Hey, what's up? How we doing? I forgot what intro I used for this show. It's a low life show. Arnold Palmer,
Low Life.
API, the low life pod. Sorry, what do we call it?
The Low Life Show.
The low life show. Will Brinson, Will Newman, Link Calhoun, back after a week off. It's my fault. I went to a state weight game. I'll take the L.
How'd that turn out?
We won. We're moving on after that.
We're going to stop there.
Yeah, we'll stop there. We're going to talk about the next two games because we lost it by combined, 34 points if you want to count Clemson and Duke.
How's
I will say,
doing?
oh Lord,
But
how's Houston doing?
I mean, they're great.
So
in the college basketball hoops.
You know my conspiracy theory about Houston, right?
Yeah.
Home court.
No, it was
Jim Nance.
Jim Nance went to Houston. He's a Houston graduate. It's his final Final Four that he's calling because he's stepping away and doing staying with golf and all that stuff. But it's his final Four in Houston.
Tie he's handing out. Oh.
Yeah, like what if he hands it up to Houston? Like Kelvin Sampson and
it's gonna happen.
Do you know whose roommate was at Houston?
Fred Couples.
That's right.
Who?
Fred Couples. Freddie
Couples.
I didn't know either of these guys went to U of H. My wife went there, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I will be in Houston for the Final Four, as y'all know. So
you brought that up several times.
Yeah. So hopefully, there's another
we're gonna
team that's playing.
We're gonna have fun.
I mean, look, I'd love to make a Houston trip happen where we all go to the Final Four and we do the show live or
yeah.
Can you imagine Bongo? Can you imagine if we did this show live?
You know what would be fun though? They're actually in San Antonio that week.
Bongo.
It's the Valero that week.
Bongo.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's the Valero that week.
Hey, if you're watching the show and you're in chat and you hear it is the Valero and you hear
Indian
and you hear like an annoying noise that sounds like a bongo playing, just type bongo in the chat. It's Newman. He's trying to figure out his technique. It's fine. We gotta. What's up with the background? What happened? Are you at your house?
Yeah, I just try to change it up.
It looks weird. I would just go.
It's a nice golf course. I don't need to take y'all into my house with my dog that messes up everything.
Okay, I don't care.
Yeah,
my house looks like it's a semi-professionally designed back here at the bookshelf. You should see everything around me is just a train wreck. Cal's the one with the swanky leather and the map.
Oh yeah, I know
the map.
That's where all the biz takes it. That's where he gets it done.
That's right. You guys have Chris Kirk last week?
I'll let Cal talk.
Negative. Again, peppered the board. Had Ben Taylor made a little cameo near the end, but reading the board good, close, but that doesn't pay the bills. Oh yeah, drafting.
Go ahead and tell us what happened because I felt so bad again.
I was
over
live and everything till about 10 minutes until a Benny Ann water ball on 18, and I had two fantasy golf tickets, about definitely 5 figures in cash games, and just sunk everything.
But again, though, right? Because then you have Montgomery not to bring it back up, but
yeah. No, you're right.
No, I mean it was identical situation. Right?
It was on the 18.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a positive to it too, though, because I mean he's seeing it so well, and he's got to take it in pocket.
I remember last year we had I had like 3 straight guys to put second place to open the season. You're just like, you feel cursed, but the reality is if you're in it, you guys are finishing second, you're doing something right. So that's the thing.
I mean, it's a heart rip because 10 minutes into it, but it's almost better than being blown out and not even caring the whole weekend because your guys aren't even near the top.
I hate that. Then you become disinterested moving forward too.
Right. You still have momentum. You're like, okay, I'm seeing it right. Got a couple bad bounces and we're making a big payday.
Yeah. Well, like I told you last week, at least you do have a ticket in the back pocket already. So that, I mean, that is a nice. I know it could definitely be at least 3, but I mean,
3 would be better than 1.
Of course.
I'm gonna get at least one more.
Log it. I hate chasing those damn tickets.
It's a bankroll bleeder, dude. But you know what? They're starting to add cash to it now. So you get
they did a better job about beefing up the prize.
The cash is good. There's some really good contests this week.
Well, last week was weird too because you could actually get into the ticket. You could get into the Fantasy Golf World Championship contest on like a Wednesday night because no one wanted to F around with the Honda and all the water that was available out there.
The volatility. That's why I went bigger than I usually did because of that last week.
Yeah.
I ended up just a little in the plus, nothing to brag about.
Nothing to write home about. All right, well let's get into what we'd like to do. One thing about this course. Who wants to go first?
Why don't you take it away? I want to hear your take. I haven't heard from you in a while. Yeah,
I'll take it.
Go ahead. It's definitely going to make you two do it first.
I'll take it. I mean, I was just kind of going back and forth last 5, 6, 7 years. And what I noticed outside of, a hot putter can win here. You look at Rory, was it 3 years ago? I want to say he made some incredible Sunday charge, if I'm not mistaken. He made everything. I want to say I looked and saw it's like 10 plus. He gained 10 strokes putting. Nobody was remotely close to that. He won, and then Leishman was an outlier as well. But outside those two, you need a tee to green monster. It doesn't matter if you hit the fairways here. You want to, obviously. Scotty won last year without hitting fairways. So you won't. Obviously, elites here. I think Cal and I were just talking about it earlier that if you look back on this, it was right in our face to say all these elevated events are elites, right? But
no, that's a good point.
It's like
these elevated events are designed to put more money out there. They're not doing it for the middle tier class. They're doing it to prevent guys from leaving the PGA Tour for the Live Tour. They want to give the elites more money because the middle class guys, the Live's already full, right? Like the middle class guys aren't bouncing. When you have an elevated event, dudes are showing up.
And even Kirk, he skipped an elevated event just to go to Honda. That was strange, right? But it worked out. He played it well. That's an odd move, right?
Well, but if
it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit.
But if you're like, I play the Honda well, I'm going to be. And you can look at you look at the odds. You're like, I'm 150 to 1 at the waist or Riv.
Yeah,
and he was 35 to 1 at 20 to 1, whatever. Yeah,
he would be that again this week if he didn't win last week, right?
That's amazing, self-awareness, to turn down that juicy purse and be like, no, I'm focusing on next week. What do you pull? A couple million?
I don't even know if it was that, man. The purse was the purse was like 6.8 or 6.9 or something.
2 million or like 1.9, 1.5.
Yeah. So, but back to what I was saying is I just think that, elite tee to green in general, obviously, you can grab a middle guy like a Hatton that kind of does a little bit of everything well over those 4 days. But that's what I'm after this week. Obviously we'll get there, but I want a top 10 guy, top 15 guy that's, the best of the best, just get to the green. And then we'll hope the putter gets you don't need putting. It's nice, but you don't need, you can get a hot week, but you don't need to have it to win.
I think Rory also, side note, has been first round leader like 4 times.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Hot. I looked at something like that. So put that in your back pocket. He ripped this place so bad. He's going to be the big talk. He's the big decision up top.
All right. So the last, was it Molinari won in 2019?
Yeah. He was first. Yeah, he was first off the tee that week, and he was second tee to green that week. So he had a little bit of both.
But we didn't have an API in 2020, obviously, right?
Hatton.
No, it would have been right when March.
No, Hatton won 2020. I'm pretty sure.
Sure. Yeah. I was trying to figure out if it was COVID or not.
No, we didn't. No, it was because the players.
I remember when it happened.
It's the players.
I had Hideki first round leader.
Oh no, you did too?
Cancel. Yeah. And they didn't even cash it because there was one asshole didn't finish the 18 and they had to go the next day.
Yeah. So our very good friend Scholes had the same situation happen. But no, the reason they didn't finish out the putting is because if you finish out the round entirely, they have to count it for stats and scoring. And they knew, they were like, oh my God, we're not gonna have a choice. We're gonna have to pause this entire tournament because every other sport is paused. So they wouldn't let the guy finish the final. It was like one guy, they wouldn't let him finish the putting because they knew, he was up by 8.
That week.
You're right, Hatton won 2020.
So the API.
Bryson was 2021 and Scotty was last year.
That was like a half a bottle because what else happened? Bitcoin dropped like fucking 8 points or something. So it was just like everything was falling down. Couldn't leave the house, losing all the. It was a half a bottle night. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Leishman, Rory, Molinari, Hatton, DeChambeau, Scotty. was the
Yes.
last like 6.
So we're
5, 6
talking
years.
like, and Molinari, remember in 2019 was, he was,
He was coming off his.
like,
he
we're not,
won,
yeah.
What did he win the Open?
And Rory's 2018. So even when you talk about, and look, I mean, again, like this is a big deal tournament before they made an elevated event. I mean, this is a Mark Leishman 2017, and
I don't even know. I'm not sure who won it.
Mason Day 2016.
Yeah. Well, see, Leishman was there
at every 2015 and 2014.
I'm showing Hatton in 2020. Is that not that?
Can't had one in 2020, yeah. But the point being is, like, since Matt everyone back-to-back APIs in 2014 and 2015, which outlier obviously, it's been a string of mostly stud names. So I'm going to steal that as like, I don't know if that was your. I don't really have a great one big thing about this tournament because I'm typically unprepared coming off the football season into combine. But I'll say, like, I think that maybe Newman was saying that, but like that's sort of the big, like, big dogs win here. Now it's elevated. It's also like it's Arnold Palmer. You know, it's his golf, like it's his tournament. Like this, you get the little fancy red jacket, like
the cardigan.
Yeah, but also on that too, the big time guys don't play here, right? Cantley's never been here. Xander's played here maybe once.
Really?
That is weird.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
JT's played here maybe once or twice, I think, and it's been a while.
Is it because it's hard?
Him. I don't. It's before the players, right? So like, I don't know if that has something. It has been. I'm pretty since they changed the players' date, which was a couple of years. I mean, what 3-4 years ago. So I don't know. I mean, it's the hardest course on tour, pretty much. I mean, you know, since I think it was in 21. It was.
So that's crazy that Cantley's never played here.
Why does Rory play here every year? If it's
respect
before,
for
I mean, Tiger always played it. You know?
It's a exactly. Like, I mean, remember Arnie died what 2 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, whatever it was. I mean, it's the last 5 years. That like you showed up out of deference to Arnie.
Yeah,
and I think Tiger definitely passed it out to Rory. Like this is a tournament you play in.
Yeah,
to show your respects.
Yeah, like you show up. It's his tournament. Like one day you're going to be old. You're going to have your tournaments, and you're going to want like you want people to show the same respect. So I think that's like probably why.
I mean, he tears his course up.
But that Tiger thing, like he used to never play in events before majors, didn't he? I mean, that was kind of his thing. So this is.
I don't know if you count players as a.
It's the 5th major, right? The Golden Guy.
Well, that obviously they just obviously moved that recently. So I don't even know. I don't know what used to come after this. You have to go back and look, but I'll do that.
What's your takeaway? What's your takeaway, Newman?
Yeah, I think I stole his like in the middle of him giving it.
That's what I said. No, I'm saying it's
blue bloods.
Well, it's blue. I don't need somebody that is. Like a more, I mean, we'll get there, but like a more Kyle, I'm not worried about him and his putter, right? If he's getting it to tee to green is there, it's elite that week. The greens are lightning fast. So, if you get a middle of the road week from him or somebody like that, they'll be totally fine, right? But I got to have the elite. I'm not messing around with the Minwoo Lee type players this week. No offense to him because he's good, but is the first name on my screen. So yeah, that's my take is, outside of a couple outliers in putting with Rory that 1 year and Leishman as well, I'm going straight flat ball strike and tee to green type guys that are the best.
Same. My takeaway is just the variance of the whole thing. Yeah. The weather, which we'll get into. I don't want to drag too much on that, but the weather, just the big dogs going against each other. Some people are like you said, are new. The Bermuda grass change, the west to east. There's just a lot of different shit going on right now. So you're going to be splitting hairs on a lot of the top end guys.
How's the dishes going there, David? Like everything good in the kitchen?
Damn, you could hear that? Hold on one second.
You're fine.
Let them cook.
Hey, hey, get out of the kitchen, woman!
You told me to make a sandwich.
You said. All
right, I'm back.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I don't know why this mic is picking up everything.
It's fine. It's not bad.
It's a good mic.
Yeah,
it's good.
So, I mean, I think I tend to agree with that. Where it's like, it's a lot of times with these. I mean, you feel like you say it too often with someone. Just whatever you're talking about with these golf courses, where it's like, you need guys who stripe the ball down the middle and then hit irons well.
Yeah.
But
hard courses need good players. This is a hard course, correct?
Yeah.
Like top 5, 10-ish.
Yeah, you're not finding your game at this tournament. More than likely.
No, if you were struggling in your game, you shouldn't come and play here. And you look at it like now, if you look at the top 10s, and we're looking at Fantasy National here, strokes gains approach, obviously the key here. Around the green, not is a big deal, and off the tee, not as a big deal. Putting, you see it correlates to top 10, but
I don't find that out till afterwards, right?
Right. You can't say, well, now I do think in some cases you can say this guy's been putting it well. But they probably need to play at the Honda too to feel that way, because it's if you're taking the putting stats from like the West Coast swing where you're putting on POA, and then you come down to like it doesn't mean anything.
Everybody. I mean, that's everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it may be worth looking at somebody who got hot putting at the Honda. You're putted well at the Honda that's in the field as a possible guy who is feeling the putting stroke on this surface that is completely changed because of,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't tell you anyone who played at the Honda that would be like super on my radar, except for maybe Kirk. And that's
and this may be more of a DFS contest than a DFS point where it's like you're grabbing guys in the 7s and the 6s who found a putter, decent strikers, know how to play hard courses, water. Yeah. So like
you got tiebreaker. This guy putted well last week, right the heater.
So that's my one big thing that I just actually stumbled into. Cal, what do you have?
Well, the variance of it, just like no one really knows with the weather, the change from west to east. Grass, the course has changed, like around the green, like all this is a little bit different. The variance of it, like I don't think anyone can just nail the weather, nail the putting, nail the around the green. So just bounce around.
Do you remember Bryson it was API when he like launched the ball?
Dude, I have so many memories from this tournament and him clearing that late. It was so sick. Like everyone was rooting him on. I'm not a Bryson guy, but I was like, do it, just crush it. And he did it, and it was like a top shot or whatever the NFT was at that time.
He did like a full jump. He's like, I mean, look, it was, and I played the course on my way. Like I played it on my Xbox, right? And like I was like, I'm gonna go like try and hit that Bryson shot. I rolled over. It was like the max distance on the little cursor is like halfway across the lake. And then he smoked it across the lake. It's just crazy.
I remember that being a pretty bad weather day too. I guess he had the wind with him and everything, so it was just a perfect storm.
That was like the biggest lead up to the tournament. It was like, was he going to go for it or not?
Oh, he did it every round. Yeah. I remember what else happened there. Remember when Rahm hit that like 2-inch putt? It was like he had seriously just a kick in. And he just barely hit it and effed up and lost his shit. I like this tournament a bunch.
Yeah, this one's fine. The weather makes it even. I think the weather.
Maybe Cal. That's. I mean, you've been hyping up the AMPM, right? What's the?
Well, that's the variance I was talking about too. Is the weather and
what's the skinny? Let's get that out of the way. I think it matters.
Well, I mean, you need PM AM is what everyone's doing, and I'm probably gonna do opposite or not. I don't think it's as black and white as you have to play PM AM. I think it depends on the player. Because if you can find a player in the AM PM, sneak in, you're going to have an edge. I mean, this is not outright betting. This isn't DFS. The outright betting, like I took my picks before. Hope I got lucky. Some numbers went down, like a Cantlay, and
I haven't even put it. Gee, I'm so far behind. What's wrong with me? I got my process back.
We're getting in the groove.
Yeah,
we'll get you there by next week.
Yeah, we'll get there next week.
Right.
Yeah. So let's jump into it. The outrights. I mean, obviously,
let's do it. Well, yeah,
I don't have any, but last time we were on, you built yours as we went on. So
yeah, I actually kind of like that. Yeah.
Do you have anything in right now? Will?
I have. So this is a weird week for myself. I usually play anywhere from 3 to 5 before, and then. As Britton knows, and you've probably learned by now, I'm definitely adding at least one a day, definitely Thursday, Friday. But But right now I have one guy, and it's solely based on value. When it was released, I was blown away, and I'm going to play this every time. It's Justin Thomas. And I got the bad side of the draw. I'm okay with that because I
What
knew
number? What number did you get?
I got 32.5 to 1.
Jeez.
So I have a rule with these guys, and I made it when I don't remember the tournament, but y'all remember when Dustin Johnson wasn't playing well, and he ended up just going to destroy. I don't know if it's like the trap. He played the trap. It was
You're talking me and Cal's rule where you played DJ.
No, well, it's not just DJ.
No, I remember texting you about this, but Cal and I were like, we also like what it's just. It was DJ. I know what tournament you're talking about because you were like DJ is 30 to 1. I think Cal actually did it, but like you guys didn't know each other.
Yeah,
it's like I'm sorry, DJ's 30 to 1. That's just going to be a bet. 90, like 100. It's an automatic bet, and
I don't care if he hasn't played in a year. I'm betting it, right?
Justin Thomas been playing well.
Well, the thing about everybody saying that he's scoring somehow, but he hasn't been playing. His game's not fully there yet. And I think that's why everybody's off of it. I'm cool with it. Like I'm not gonna get a 30 to 1 if he's playing great, right? Like, but I know at this type of course, he's got the big one next week. Obviously, that we can talk about that next week. That was a fun week. But
he's a weather guy.
He does. He has the bad end of the draw, but I did half.
No, but he plays well. Like he has the best resume of shitty weather and excelling.
Well, and to be clear, like in the weather specifically bad for Friday PM.
Yes,
it hasn't changed, so I'm going to believe it. Like usually, I don't trust the weather.
I'm saying, like we're talking about this course is in Florida.
Yes. Yeah,
it's in Florida. It's in Florida, and we're not talking about a Thursday AM weather situation.
Yeah,
that's a huge difference because if it's Thursday AM, you can get to Wednesday night where you're building your lineups and say, I know there's a weather wave difference. If you get to like lineups lock on Thursday morning, weather completely flips. Remember, we had this at the Players where we even talked about it, and we didn't have the show. Otherwise, we would have talked about the show. But it's like
we went in depth at it. Yeah,
it was
like
you're
on the wrong side.
But it's like, what if the weather is so bad that they have to pause the tournament and it completely? Or actually, we were on the wrong side because they paused the tournament. They flipped they flipped this. They flipped it. Everybody who had like huge good weather draws were banged. Everybody who had bad weather draws were suddenly in the clear. And I'm not saying that'll happen here. It's just that with a Friday PM weather situation, that's 48 hours of Florida. Who the hell knows what's going to happen there? So I think
it could come earlier. It could go later. And I haven't seen many events get canceled by wind. I mean, the Players, I think was a lot of rain.
It was rain. I'm just saying that like the wind in Florida can shift at any moment.
Yeah.
Well, like Texas, it's kind of like a weird south over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the thing is, like, I don't mind. I'm not entirely against, and maybe this is more DFS than outrights, depending on what the numbers are. But it's like, I think you can like maybe lean into a little bit of contrarian win situation.
Yeah. I think a 3-3 is okay. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to do 5-1 or even 6-0 PM AM. That's just a bad look because your player pool is going to get so short. It's going to be that polluted player pool we talk about where people pick the same. It's going to be your Rory or Rom up top, and it's going to fall down to a certain area, and people are going to take your Hattons, your maybe not Matsui after recent news, but your Mitchells. All those guys are going to fall into that. PM AM.
And I'll just kind of go off of real quick.
It's going to be bad for everybody. Like this is not like you get a walk in the park if you have the AM on Friday. It's going to be hard.
Yeah, and I'll go off of real quick because there are two guys that I'm thinking about adding. Haven't done it yet, but I'm sure after this it probably will happen.
Let me guess one. Tom Kim.
No, what I should have. He got as high as like 73, which
I did a bet on him at 70.
I mean, I wish
I had to click.
I'm wanting that to pop next week, but at the same time, I kind of want him to struggle again this week and just double down next week too, because next week that'd be perfect for him. But so the two guys I'm looking at are, and I don't really care about the last result. Is Jordan Spieth. He was terrible.
To be clear, do you have these outrights in, or you?
No. These are the two that are like on the cusp. I have
take 2 weeks off doing this damn podcast. 1 week off, you can't remember what I was supposed to do.
I've never been on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock Eastern and haven't went outright on any golf tournament probably in the past like 7 years. So this is
what was your Spieth number?
So he got his high. He touched around 58. I think it's 58 or 60.
Pre-weather draw.
Yes, but the shuffle's been weird on Bookmaker. We call it the Bookmaker shuffle, where they release the odds. You let them breathe, as Cal says, and then they always tend to tick up. 75 to 80% of the guys tick up a little bit. Some will come down.
Number.
And when I say you may have some guys may jump
from like a 50 to 70 or like
75 to 100. Like but then you'll have the occasional 25 will go to 20.
We can't explain this Bookmaker shuffle every week, guys.
I know. So, but Spieth's the guy that I'm looking at. Yes.
Bookmaker does weird stuff.
Spieth's the guy in between 50 to 55. If you eliminate the Genesis, I think he played totally fine at Waste Management. I think he had a top 10 there. And then the next guy is Finau. But I will say on Spieth real quick, he hasn't played this a lot. I think he does have the lone event was a top 10 here. But Finau has not played well here. I'm not sure why, but he's the kind of guy that I think fits this bill perfectly. But I haven't gotten there yet. The number's just not. It's 25. I don't like that, especially when I have JT in my pocket at 32. I'm like, eh.
I said JT at 32.
That's all I have. But I'm gonna add one of those two, and I'm leaning Spieth and taking those two.
Finau's got the good draw too. Are we gonna call it the good draw? I mean,
and
I
Spieth
mean,
is actually.
If you're leaning into it, I'll trust it. I mean, that's.
It's certainly a lean.
I'm not going all in on the weather draw for sure.
I think outright you got to.
That's showing up.
It's gonna be 4-2, 3-3. Like I think people are gonna come out of the other side and thrive.
Yeah. Right.
Because Saturday is gonna be a shit show too. And you want to play early, right? So the guys who barely kind of get in there, maybe have a tough time Friday, are gonna sell on Saturday.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just think it's really tough to bank, like just what I said earlier, like, to bank on Friday Florida weather, Saturday, like it's. Oh my God, was this the tournament that this was? I don't know if I was doing this. I think it was doing it with Newman. Might have been doing it in chat, Cal. But I was like matching like wind with I printed out the course map, and then I was drawing like the wind like direction that was going like based on where it was going, which makes total sense. I think.
And if it flips,
Bryson's ass won. That's what happened.
If that wind like shifts like it's supposed to on Friday, that is going to screw people up.
Well, then like Sunday it's supposed to shift. It's supposed to go to a complete different direction. Although I think it's like 10 miles per hour. It's supposed to go completely different than Saturday.
I just want to make the weekend.
Yeah. But so for me, I'm simple right now. There's going to be another ad.
Tyrell had a 30 to 1 could go.
I think live ads are smart. I really do, especially after like Friday, you get the guys who came in on the PM, and they get the early start on Saturday when it's a little calmer. I guess that's how it is in Florida, and they could get low, and the guys with the high scores who had the AM will struggle a little bit. I mean, everyone's going to struggle. I don't think you can. It's not black and white. There is a lot of gray. That's what that's the variance I was talking about.
All right, so Newman, are you just gonna have Justin Thomas? You can go, obviously.
Yeah, no, I'm JT solely. Only thing in. I've talked with some people. They like it, and
so that's who you talked to. Who you talked
to? D makes money on.
Yeah.
So he actually.
We're in chat together.
I sent in. I said JT's 33 to 1 bookmaker. He immediately reached out to me, so we pretty much put it in. Together.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool that you got that in. I'm glad you got that in.
I mean, you saw it. You just were probably sleeping at 1 p.m.
You didn't get that.
I was a little busy with work.
We all are, right?
Some of you, yeah.
So I am, but I'll be done. I'm JT official leaning towards Spieth as right now. That's literally all I have. And then Cal's going to convince me somebody else. So I'm ready.
Oh yeah, we got to give it. Do you have a FOMO guy? A guy that you like petrified could win?
Yeah, his name's Will
Zalatoris.
Yes.
Wow.
Again.
19 to 1. Are you effing kidding me? These odds are ridiculous.
Yeah, he got hammered. He opened it. He opened some places at 35 at Monday morning.
Jesus, 19-1 is unacceptable for Zalatoris.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
it's too far
now.
gone.
Now again, I mean, I say that. We talked 2 weeks ago. It's like, look, if you have a conviction on a guy winning the tournament, you bet the guy to win the tournament. Like if you think Scotty's 9-1, should you bet a 9-1 golfer to win any golf tournament? Probably not. But if you're 100% convinced Scotty's winning and he hits, then it doesn't matter. You won the bet.
Just like waste. You
exactly.
Say this guy's going to win it. So
he's my guy.
But like I like trusting the market.
Speed of 40-1 is kind of spicy.
It is.
I'm sitting at a 54.
Okay, that's not very spicy.
He's really moving the ball, and he can scramble his ass off. And Zalatoris is on the bad end of the wave, and the market is just sticking to it. I don't know if they have too much liability on him because they were hanging 30s early, but
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's not moving. Am I up to bat?
Yeah. Fire away. Newman's got one.
I grabbed a Zal number. I feel like I got good numbers. I mean, Zal's not good. I was going to bet Zal's my Zal Hoon. I'm betting Zal all the time, 20-1.
Okay.
Ball striking.
I literally just said you can't bet that. My bad, dude.
Like, no, I did. I was gonna bet him at anything. I saw him at 18. I was hovering over it. I was like, let me give it a few minutes, and it finally hit 20. I was like, that's the number.
Okay,
I don't think he got higher than that.
Sort of walk me through Zalatoris, like, but I mean, like,
well, Genesis, we took him in our one and done. T5. Or I think he got T4. Played great. He's putting. He's ball striking. Ball striking here is elite, and he's one of the best on the planet. So it makes a lot of sense. Hard track. He's not good at birdie fest. This course is usually single digits, 5, 6. Yep. That's Zal. He's gonna get close to the cup when other people are farther. He's gonna make some putts. He's gonna miss some, but he's gonna have more opportunities. So, he's going to score. I'll take Zal. Bad weather wave. If he's one of those guys who sneaks in, he's going to be a problem on the weekend.
Okay. Man. Zach, you take Zal at 19-1. Now I'm like, I
just wish we could have that 30, but
and with the no 30 is what it opened at. And with the Bermuda, it kind of like evens out the playing field, I think, with a lot of these West Coast to East Coast guys. So Zal's just so live to me all the time. Back's not a problem. Skipping the waste management was still weird, but maybe it was like the Chris Kirk things. Like, this isn't my bag. I'm going to play Genesis and do what I do.
Yeah. Hey, who's up next?
The hottest player, Max. I was making some hot takes on Max last pod. T2, another heart rip from Rom. That's fine. I'll take Max again. He's conservative. He's going to play some good golf. He's not going to burn you. He's got the good tee time. 25-1. I caught him at 25-1. Pretty happy about that catch. I know there's probably better.
Not really, man.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm looking offshore and everything. I've only seen 125 at some random European book. Everything else is 20 and below.
Yeah, I got 19 here.
Yeah. A lot of that, if he was on the different side of the wave, it'd probably be a different story.
So is that what happened? Is like people are staring? This weather might be legit. People are staring at the numbers.
No, it's affecting DK ownership. I've seen some pretty significant price drops in the market too. So the wind, I know weather's weather, but from like Monday to today being the same read, it's pretty solid info, I would say.
But that's where you attack it differently in the outright market, right? Where you can take your stuff now, you see what happens, and then if you need to do a live bet or two, and then on the DK side, you can go contrarian, right? And right, yeah. So it's complete. It's a little bit of different strategy here.
In my book, though, I'll take the chance on taking outrights before the tee times,
sure,
and hoping I get a fat number before it gets crushed.
Yeah, versus
Cantlay is my next one.
Well, plus just for example, like Homo, what'd you get Homo at again?
25.
Right, like Homo wasn't going to shoot up to 35-1 because he got bad weather. He was just going to sit at 25.
And he's only going to get shorter.
I'm coming in late, admittedly late on the outright looks. It's very obvious that what they've done is taken the board, and then when the draw came out, they just shrunk any semi-stud player who has a good draw, and that's why the numbers.
Except for Scotty, he's the only one they kind of left alone. Like they didn't
Yeah,
shrink
but
him.
he's 9-1. Like I mean, he's,
Oh, I know. Is he?
yeah.
Well, he opened that way too, and he has a bad weather draw. So that's
well,
weird. I mean,
he can
that says a
play. He can
lot.
play in the wind too, though.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. Like that
Cantley?
speaks volumes.
I don't understand why he's never played here. We'll have to do some more research on that
It's
because this just seems like the no
Scotty's
Cantley.
one year.
No,
Cantley.
Cantley. Because
Yeah, no, that's why I picked Cantley because that's
seems
one
like
of
the
those ones
perfect
you wanna get
track
before
for
the
him.
weather draw. You'd think so, right? Like,
yeah, I have to look up.
smart
I have to see.
player, methodical. I mean, he can put on a parking lot. That guy.
I'll tell you, you don't
he
want
can
to see
roll
his
it.
putter. You don't want to see his putter warm up. I've been on the other side of that thing and outright.
Is
and I-
Scotty?
Oh god.
No,
Yeah.
Cantley
No,
against
oh, yeah.
Bryson in the in that playoff event where he made everything.
Yep.
God,
There
I
was
don't even want to talk about that.
There was
He's
one event where like,
man.
yeah, I
I'd
like
He's
Cantley.
gonna bet a bunch of
He-
guys at like 20-1. I mean, it's not very fun.
It's a major board.
It's my
That's
whole
what it
card.
is.
It's my
No,
whole
but
card.
it feels like even some of these guys are shrunk down. Like, I mean, Homo's 19-1 now too. And look, Homo's a stud. We agree that he's arrived. It's just like when
You put it in the top 5 conversation.
I don't think quite yet. Top 10 for sure. I'm just saying that it's like there are 2 guys who are under 10-1 to win this golf tournament, and Rahm and Scotty. And Roy's probably, it might be 3.
No,
If
it's definitely 3.
If there are 3 guys under 10-1 to win this golf tournament, there should not be another 15 guys under 20-1 to win the golf tournament. Like
There are no you're exactly right. No one raised up. There are no favors.
Yeah, that's
No
what I'm saying. There's no
favors.
favorites here. So would you have Cantley at 20-1?
Who's that?
Cantley?
25. Another 25.
It was a good
I
number.
thought it was a good grab. That was pre-weather draw. I think
not
he
finding
dropped
that.
right after the tee time.
Right.
You're not finding that anywhere.
Yeah, that was an egg on my part not to be more locked in on the
Well, it's a gamble. I mean, I could have missed all these draws and then
no, but again, like if Cantley gets a bad draw, he's still 25-1. They're just not moving anybody down. They're not moving anybody up that has bad weather. They're just
you're trying to shrink them.
Yeah.
Well, and if you're betting elites, it's a 50-50 chance, right? They're going to put half the guys in the morning and half the guys in the afternoon,
Exactly.
right?
So
So
get the best number. I mean,
you might as well just take it.
It's a coin flip.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, is that who else you got, Cal? Anybody else? Or
I want to get a little deeper. I went with course history. I've been looking so much at course history. It's bothering me, but it's a thing here. Hovland. I need someone who can hit the ball hard.
Love Hovland.
In this win, tee to green, 32-1. Okay. I got a 32-1. I think he's still there.
Okay, I'll bet Hovland in a heartbeat. I won't flinch.
Oh yeah,
you don't need it. You're around the green doesn't matter here, so you get out.
And he's actually gotten a little bit better on around the green. It's not as bad, but I do have memories of him in this and just looking like an idiot. But man, he's going to move the ball off the tee. He's going to get it closer than other people. Yeah, Hovland feels safe. This next pick was I picked Young because I just want clubbers. I want people who can just smash it. Good showing last time. Played well at the British Open in the weather and all that junk. He feels like a good bet, and I don't think he's moved off the 33. Has he, Newman? Is he moving around?
Not 1 cent, dude. I mean, if anything's come down, he actually opened in the 40 range because we on our local. He was the first name I saw. I was like, I got to bet this, right? And then 30 minutes later, I went back and it was completely gone. So
wait, who's this?
Cam Young.
Cameron Young.
Yeah,
and
I'm
the season to brag about.
Keyboard here, it's not going well. What's Cam Young's number?
33.
And he played here last year, and I think he was pretty good here. I mean, how he was good. He was good at a lot of places, but your first
he hadn't really shown up. He played over at Dubai, played well. Like he still got it. Like if it's windy, he hits so damn hard. Like he's gonna cut through the wind. He's gonna get at par fives, which I think is extremely important here. If you can just play kind of conservative and score on the par fives, you're going to see the weekend. So yeah, I think he'll be live. And then I took Bermuda Burns because his number was 54-1. Yeah. He hits it hard, rolls it on Bermuda. He could spike it any time. His recent form does not matter. He's a hot player who can just catch fire. So that's my 6-pack.
I like that 6-pack. Newman.
Yeah.
Knowing that is your FEMO guy, Zalatoris.
Say it again.
Is your FEMO guy is Zalatoris?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to. I think again, the FOMO is different, right?
Because still 20-1 for him. I mean, like he's a stud. Obviously, that's so short.
Well, you're not going to get you're not going to get a FOMO guy this week that has a fair, like a cool number to bet, right? Like everybody's going to be under that 25 number for the most part, unless you're going to dip into the Spieth range, right? Or
but as we just said, it's like you look at the course history here. You look at what, I mean, you look at what who's won here. Do you really want to F around and just like try to grab like some guy who's going to steal something for you? Because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of like Homo with y'all a couple weeks ago, right? Y'all kept saying, look, the number was gone. Yeah, I didn't bet him, and I was not happy. But
he was in it. God damn.
Yeah, and I mean, but his number got beat up that week, right? So it's the same. It's very similar to Zalatoris this week, for whatever that means. So, but yeah, I'll stick with Zal. That's I think it's more so because obviously Cal's on him, but I think we all love him.
Your entire timeline will have Zal. Like,
he is
like the most ticket.
Yeah, and that's 100%. What I'm saying. Yeah, you see his name floating around a ton. A lot of people bet him at the opener at 30, and now obviously you get down to this number because you wait, and you're kind of like, all right, do I just like suck it up?
And we bet him at the Genesis when everyone was scared of him in his back, and he thrived.
Yeah, yeah, I know. We were scared.
No, I hit him. That was a good week. That was a good DFS week. That was a good.
So you're in on Zal?
I'm gonna take Zal. Yeah.
Okay.
What number did you find?
I got like 20-1. I mean, it's 19 something.
Hovland's at 27 now.
Yeah, I mean, that's on the local. So but does he have a bad? Rom is 6-1. Get the fuck out of here. Scotty's 9.5-1
with a bad draw.
Spieth
Hovland's on the bad end of the draw too.
Spieth's so intriguing to me. I feel like I'm gonna have to bet him before we hang up tonight. Because
I'm taking JT too, 26-1. That's stupid. That's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, even at 26, I mean, he just should never really be there, right? I mean, yes, he doesn't have the history.
Look, I mean, even I got like bad numbers here, but even I just went 4 guys. They're all 20-1 or north, and like I know they have win equity. They just do. Like they can get hot and win.
They're big dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, so you threw Hatton in there, okay?
I'm betting Hatton's course history here is fucking.
You were talking about Hatton early.
It's ridiculous, dude. He has like 5 top 5s or 3 top 5s.
Oh, it's weird because the Euros play well here, right? I was going to throw out Fitzpatrick just as somebody because he is like insane here. I think he's got like 3 or 4 straight top 10s or
2,
something.
21, 1, 29.
Well, that's Hatton though. Look up Fitzpatrick. Look up Fitzpatrick.
I'll tell you Fitz. Hold on a second.
Fitz his course history is insane, and his
number is pretty good. It's like 32-1. I got him at least 40th in my model.
He dropped out of the AM, right?
Yeah, the AM. This Seminole, right?
he came out and said my neck
9th,
hurts,
10th,
and I need
9th,
to look at
2nd.
Yeah. So I mean,
9 too.
Yeah, I'm not betting him. I'm just saying it's interesting because you don't think of him. I mean, again, he is a T degree. I mean, he is, and he's gained. He's gained the speed. He's gained that speed over the last year. I mean, he's won the big
pure.
He's won the big boy.
He's a question. The injury is too much of a question mark
for sure. What about Tommy Fleetwood?
I'm not going to get there.
Yeah, but if you're going to go, there's a couple. Like if you were to go that middle range, like that, that middle, more so the third tier, that 50-1 or up. I mean, obviously Fleetwood should get a look. I mean, I was leaning Matsuyama, and then all that stuff came down where he's not feeling well with his health.
No, he's got a health thing too. Like I saw it. Like
he touched 75.
Yeah, he was grimacing last event, and even the Hideki tracker, which is actually one of the most solid Twitter actually legit information, said that like he's not right, and that's enough for me. Like all these kind of rumors have come true, like Billy Horschel last week. Fitzpatrick stuff's been right. I mean, miscut right after the neck injury thing. I mean, I'd love to play Fitzpatrick because he's gonna be so low owned in DFS, but betting him outright,
it's tough at that. It's tough at that number.
I'd rather take.
I think it's a DFS gamble where you're trying to fade ownership, right?
Yeah.
What about Colin here at 19-1?
That's the name I have not heard at all. And the market has not budged on him.
The win's the only issue there, right? Like what I don't even know what draw he's on because Is he morning?
He's on the good one.
He's on good one. I mean,
Yeah,
then
he's
he
gonna
has
have
to
a
be.
7:30. He's gonna have a 7:30 a.m. Friday tea time.
That's prime because he's. I mean, this would be perfect for him. But
Wait, do we think Colin doesn't play well and win? Is that a thing?
I think so.
Everyone's talking about like club speed and hitting it
Our
through.
boy Run the Bases. By the way, what an elite podcast! I heard Run the Bases get a shout out on. I think it was on Establish Runs NBA show earlier. So I mean,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I listen to that every night. See, I think I was actually top 500. I'm close to popping one of these motherfuckers. I tell you what.
Jason Day. I mean,
top 200. Don't have any minutes left though. Whatever.
He owns this track. He's won here before. Like he struts around here. He knows his place.
I can get down with Jason. I mean, Jason Day's.
This is tough to pull though, man.
Is it?
I think Prime Day.
He's ninth in my model. What if he's just back?
He could. I've already bet him at the Masters. That's
me too. What if he's just back?
We need him to stay in. He's in the top 50, by the way. He is like 40.
It's just on back. No, I mean he's playing well. There's nothing wrong against it. He's actually a complete fade for me. We'll get into that later.
Well, here you go. You go on the outright side of things. Is it Day, Hatton, Sungjae, Fitzpatrick, or Cam Young out of that group of 5?
Hatton, Young, him. Like I just don't like Day's draw. I don't see it against this competition. I don't.
Yeah, because that's who you're going up against.
Day's a forward number 1 in the world.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, but yeah,
that's fine. Tiger won the Masters like 3. I mean, like
certainly.
I mean, I'm just saying Jason Day is derailed by
nagging.
And I haven't looked at the ownership either. If he's really owned, then that's a whole different ballgame. But like, I don't think outright at that number. We got teaser or Braden. What do we got?
No, it's a good number.
Hey, Braden.
Would you rather take?
She brought me some cookies. So
Spieth or Day? Would you rather bet Spieth or Day?
Spieth.
They're about the same number, right?
No, you can get Spieth at close to 55.
Jesus.
And they both on the bad end.
Yeah, they are for sure.
So
what's
Scrambler and Spieth too.
I mean, Day's obviously playing great.
So I don't think you need to go past 40. I don't think you need to go past 40 here.
It's too low for me.
I think it's a 15. I think it's a 15-man field.
Spieth played here one time in 2021 and finished 4th, but he was coming off that run where he went 4th at the waist.
Oh, where he had to keep playing the heater.
No, it was his big heater. Yeah.
So he couldn't just not take
his big early career heater, just like his. It was.
What did he do with the Genesis in 21?
He finished 15th. He went 4th waist, 3rd AT&T, 15th Genesis, 4 API, 48th players. Then he won the Valero because remember we were fading that asshole every week in DFS. Yeah. He was just getting hot, like with this bag of magic beans. Like the putting numbers are outrageous.
That's what
he finished. He finished T10 here. He finished T10 at the waist in lost strokes putting. I'm pretty sure. So like, I mean. Obviously, his putter's been letting him down. I mean, he's been so horrific with the putter.
And he's moving it off the tee. He's hitting it so much farther, and it is straight. That's off the tee is not a problem. I mean, he can.
It's the putter, which is weird to say, right?
That's why I think Spieth is a better bet than Day. He's going to give you. I mean, he could bounce out of it and eject on round 1, but I think he's got his ceiling is so much higher than Day's.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no to Day. I just think in this field with that number now, and I mean, I'm seeing offshore like 30s on Day, which is.
I'd rather. I mean, bad draw. I love Day. Like seeing him back, seeing all these old guys back is awesome.
Hello, friends. Yeah,
hello.
But anybody in that before we go to
love it. I need a golf sim.
Before we go to the DFS side, anybody like in that third?
I'm probably going to add Day and Burns. You just going to sit there with Justin Thomas
No, I'm about to add Spieth right now.
Like a big penis.
I'm about to add Spieth right now.
Yeah.
That's going to be a bet at 53.5 to 1. Call it 54, call it 52, whatever, or 53.
I mean, I want to do it at 39 now. Jesus. Oh, Day's 26. I don't know about 27.
I got a Cantlay feeling. I don't know what it is.
Hey. I'm telling you, man, if you have a wager on Cantley and he's putting, it is like you just sit back and relax. I mean,
Dude, like I have a feeling about Cantley.
Because you're not going to get anything bad in his other parts of his game, I feel like. And then if that putter's rolling
at a 7:50 Friday a.m. tee time.
Yeah. Okay, so if like Cal did, you went down the board with Hovland and Cam Young 32-31. And then but like I mean, don't you agree? No, Burns. I'm just sort of thinking. I'm trying to. I offered to. Somebody asked me. They're like, I can't watch the show, but I want to know the picks. Like, I need to give them a stack of picks. I don't want to just give them yours or give them mine. Like, I'm trying to figure out like I think JT is one. I think Zal is one. Hovland, yes.
Is JT one just because of the number?
Yes, it's a value play only.
Yeah, I mean,
but he's not. He's just not. His entire game's not there yet, right? I mean,
is it not?
He's not playing well.
He's not. It's not all there for him. But that I like that, right? Because
that's why I think Burns is because of the number. He's not playing well either, but I think he has a better chance to pop up out of nowhere.
God, JT's only played here once too. Ew.
Yeah. I bet JT solely because of number. It's a rule that I have.
But JT has obviously a history of winning at. Did we tell? Oh, by the way, did I tell the JT Super Bowl story?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
The kicker or the they thought he was.
Yeah. But then I was like, JT, what's up? And he was like, cool. I was
you had nothing. You just drew blank.
None of us had nothing. It was humiliating.
Just a roll tide or something.
Yeah, no, but yeah. God, why didn't we throw out a roll tide? Shit. But JT has good. He's much better on POA. But his form, his form is decent.
Has he never played here?
He's played here once, but he's got wins in Florida, right? Like
when did he play here?
15.
15.
It's been a while.
Almost a decade. Oh.
He lost 3 in at 0.2.
I mean, but
it's not 50.
Wasn't he not right there at Waste though? Like,
yes,
yeah.
I think he's
got fourth. He got fourth, but that was like the hottest Sunday.
But yeah, but that's JT. He won a major like that, dude.
But he also won the players like that too.
Yeah, he won the. Remember? No, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell him. I was like, dude, biggest outright of my life was. And I was like, was it the players or was it? He's like, cool.
Yeah, bad win, everything. 20 at Genesis. Again, that felt like a late charge at the Genesis too, and it faded. Like, I need to see 4 rounds out of JT before.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, you can't.
Again, it's the number though, right? I mean, anytime you get somebody with his pedigree at any course, for me personally, I know it may be people will.
I also love JT, so
push that in my face.
Okay, all right. So,
but my last question though, is there anybody in this, we'll call it 60 to 65 and up, right, that you would feel comfortable with? I know obviously we don't have any of those right now, but is there like a Keegan that people love this week? Is there
I do love a Keegan.
He's more of your first round leader type, but like, can he put forward to get? I'm just saying, is there anybody out there that kind of struck your eye? You just couldn't pull the trigger.
Keith Mitchell. What's his number at?
He's probably shorter. Shit, Keith Mitchell's 40 on Bookmaker.
What about the Gala?
I was going to ask about the Gala. I'm going to bet the Gala.
80.
80. God damn it! What is up with these numbers? I got like 55 to 1.
We told you this, man.
What do you mean?
That you got to shop more than one.
Yeah.
Like the Gala, like he you don't need course history. Like, he'll go to courses.
You can just stripe it.
He's in it. Yeah, his game is.
Is he going to win this kind of field though? Are we?
No, but he's going to be in the hunt.
Yeah, that is great. That's not a great number for this field. That's the problem. Is it feels good because you've got you're trying to get on some of these guys at 19 to 1.
All right, I've got a guy.
Okay,
and I know and if I take this name for DFS purposes, I apologize, but I think he's definitely back.
Ricky Fowler,
close, but a little bit older.
Gary.
Justin Rose. Rose.
I saw Rose is a big number. I don't mind that.
Justin Rose. I don't know. I'm not convinced he can win with this kind of field, obviously, but he broke through, so you just don't know what kind of confidence he has now. But man, I think I saw like some.
What do you have, like 100 to 1 or something?
Mid 80s were floating around.
Yeah, I saw.
He's a really good DFS play.
I knew. That's why I kind of said that. but he has. I'm pretty sure. Again, not to get too deep in course history, but he's got some years ago, which I like because if he is semi back like a day, like I'd rather have Justin Rose double or almost 2.5 times day personally, but
Yes,
because I know he's got some T10s here for sure. I mean, it's a long time ago, but
no, but he started around back and forth. That's fine.
Well, I mean, he won, so he's
right. Sorry, I was scrolling and okay, well, we're almost an hour in.
Yep.
These are outright.
DFS.
You added Spieth, is that right?
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm literally doing it right now.
All right, Spieth, and then who did I say I'm adding? God dang it, I'm doing a terrible job of this.
You said you were gonna add JT.
I got JT there.
Burns
and Thagala. I feel like I just like to have somebody on the back end where it's like you're scaring it with a little.
Right, and you can also hedge off them a little bit too.
Even though they clearly said it was a terrible idea to do it. Burns.
Burns feels.
Burns is like could just get hot.
That's what he's one of the few guys where the form doesn't matter because when he pops, he just starts lighting it up. And his nickname like Bermuda Burns for a reason.
Yeah, and we finally moved back to Bermuda. Wait, he also finished 6th at waist at like 11th at the Phoenix Open.
Did he now?
Did I click the wrong? What?
Well, that's the same tournament.
No, the Amex. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's a different tournament.
Well, what was it? He
has three finishes in the top. Here's his finishes in the new season: 32nd, 11th, 6th, and missed cut.
Yeah, he was bad. That missed cut was bad.
He skipped some events too, though, didn't he? Skip
his putter's
Farmer.
His putter's been good. His approach has not been what you want from Burns, but his tee to green has been really good, except for the Genesis where he just.
I think he's a better DFS because Genesis is a course that you would think he's primed for.
I remember he had the chance to win there, yeah.
But then he
may have some ghost from it though. Who knows?
He does what I like. He's gonna get at the par fives, and he's not gonna make a bunch of mistakes around the green and putting. He's not gonna.
So my FOMO in a holistic, I mean, is Zal, but between us three, it's probably gonna be Burns. It looks like.
Those be Zal and Burns.
So what happened to Maury? Like you were big on him last week. What happened between now and then?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
He got one outright. He can't put anything on Maury. He got one outright. Can't have a second one.
I mean, what's Maury's number right now?
You're looking at in the 20 range, maybe a touch higher.
Okay, let's call it 20 to 1. A good wave, the elite ball striker. Like I'd rather be on him. Would you bet Max at 25 or Maury at 25?
I'm always betting Morikawa, but
that's form versus
it's becoming tougher because of how good Hope is.
I mean, Max is just elite. Like it needs to be taught. Max is an elite golfer.
I think he's top 5. I think he's top 5.
Who's fixed his headspace in a way. Not that it was a bad headspace, but he's in a good headspace and believes in himself, and he has no weakness. Like he doesn't have a weakness.
I need to. If you're going to be elite, though, you gotta perform in the big time stuff, though.
Well, it's coming up. The courses he's won at are major courses.
This is some Scotty Scheffler bullshit from right before he won the Masters, and then
sure. I mean, look, I've already bet him in every major and the Players next week.
So,
I mean, I'm on board. I mean, it's tough to say.
I'm going to get down with some Homa too, man. I'm scared. All
right. He's got 8 o'clock tee time on Friday.
That's good, right?
Yeah, he's the PM AM.
All right, I'll send out my outrights after I make them. I'll send them later.
Cool.
DFS.
Let's get to DFS.
Let's get in that brain over there, Cal. Let's see what we got.
Yeah. There's decisions to be made.
Can I say what my new favorite contest is? Because I as y'all know, I don't play a lot, but I found the $44. What?
The Club Twirl, Newman? You found the Club Twirl?
No.
Isn't it the Club Twirl?
No, it's the Fantasy Golf Championship ticket.
Oh, yeah.
They have the, I think it's the.
I was about to be like, I love the Club Twirl.
No, it's,
and this baby. That was our dream.
I don't even care that it's worth $3,000. I'm trying to win the Club Twirl.
Why did they do that to the Club Twirl?
Because I you know me, man. I'm a man with the golden gun, baby. Just one entry. That's how I
Yeah.
roll. Hey,
Single
what was it? What was it? Saturday late afternoon. I sent that message. Of course, I screwed myself over. I was popping in the top 25, and then I think I finished like 110th or something.
There's 44s are all closed, I assume, right?
Yes.
Oh, the contest went early. But my favorite contest they did was it was a 4 max 250. Never seen it before. Never seen this kind of contest, and it looks. I think there's only 444 people in it. $250 4 max. Like that is juicy.
Yeah.
This conversation is going to be interesting because I want to see where y'all are going here. Because
first prize is $20K on a $250 buy-in. I mean, you max it, you got 1,000, you're getting 20-1 on your money, only against 400 people. That is like one of the sickest contests I've ever seen. That probably didn't last 2 days.
I like you there. I like you in that one.
That's a good cash one. I did a lot of the qualifiers. The $88 up and down's my jam.
Sure.
And then, I'm taking more shots at the tickets. I want the ticket, and the big $200 single entry, $50K to first. I mean, those are my kind of go tos. But that 254 max is sweet. 400-man field.
Yeah,
for content for a lineup.
I assume it's filled, right?
Yeah, that thing filled
up
quickly.
fast. Yeah,
I've never seen one like that. I hope they keep doing that one. Big prize pool.
Next week will be crazy, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially now that they just dropped the Rainmaker. Did y'all see this?
Mm-hmm.
They got me excited. I'm hitting the glass pipe.
It'd be nice if they would juice their stock price up a bit. DraftKings, what are you doing?
They're just going to be printing money because this is the sport to do it in. The Rainmaker. I don't know if you guys know about the NFTs and the lineups, but do your research, look into it. There's a little edge there. I really believe that in the Rainmaker for golf. So they're going to get my money there.
Good to hear. Let me see if I can get logged into DraftKings on here. As usual, I have no money in my account. Don't worry about it. I got some NBA. I got one that finished top 125.
That NBA is going to kill you, bro.
No, I'm winning money on NBA.
You're really?
Hey, Cal, you got a question from Matt in the chat. If Brett's going to be on it.
Well, you answer that. I will figure out DraftKings and go get some more red wine.
Yes, I bet my outrights first round leader every time, all the time.
It's done you very well this year, right? I mean,
that's
last week.
I hit 3 first rounders. I mean,
no, 2 weeks ago with Homa, right?
I hit with Homa. I hit it with Maury in the first one when he got chased down. Max, both of them, Rom got chased down. There was a Spieth and Montgomery split pot I hit. Like first round leaders that's been my bread and butter this year because I only got the one outright. So yeah, every time double down. Like,
are you playing half your?
I usually go half. Like we'll call it 200 on my outrights, and I'll do 100 on the first round leaders. And you hit that one, then you're free rolling the entire weekend. And then
you sit that Chinese restaurant with the chop chops.
Yeah, the chop. But it's okay when you chop it with two guys.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, even with the wave, because I mean the weather's the weather. Like it's not fact. It's not fact that PM AM is the nuts.
And we're not worried
probable.
About it.
It's probable, but it's not fact.
We're not worried about it on Thursday, obviously. So and that's another thing.
Take it as low as you can. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like we didn't talk about that, like your JTs of the world or whomever in that in that morning wave, if they can get hot, right, and just kind of stay put.
That's why Scotty's number hasn't changed. That's why he's is where he is on DFS.
Yeah, because you're looking at tomorrow. Really, tomorrow afternoon is getting. I mean, it
looks like a nice day. A little day in the park.
It'd be nice. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, really, the leaders on Saturday are going to get. They're teeing off in the brute of the weather on Saturday. So you may have a guy, coming from the middle of the pack Saturday, late morning.
But I mean, these times are within hours, and that wind can come 2 hours early. It could come.
No, 100%. Yeah, for sure. And I'm looking at a 3 hour window too, right? So like, I mean,
Do we miss the main pitching putt? Ah. I don't want to enter a lineup with us. It's like on
the 250K.
No, the one that's like 20K to first. It's like, and what if it's like the $20 when the first one fills, they do a second one.
Oh yeah, I like that one. It's less people. It's like a lot less people.
It's a lot less people, yeah. But like, what if you like? I have like it's a FOMO thing because it's like, what if you had the nuts that would win the 100K and you won the?
Well, I have some.
We'll do it.
In.
No, I'll do. You got them? You want to get them? I'll do it because I do pricing. I gotta do pricing here.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see where we're going to go up top here because this is how you win the contest, right?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do our one lineup. What are we doing here? Cash. Reserve. Yeah, I understand, motherfuckers. You understand. You take my money. Get out of here.
God, I'm gonna burn so much fucking money on this Rainmaker shit. I know it.
What I don't even know. Okay, I don't. All right, anyway,
I can't even explain it, but I'll talk to you offline about that.
Yeah, I want to talk to you a little bit about
that. There's an edge. There's a little edge.
Okay, hold on. Let's. What am I? The fuck is this contest? Oh, there it is. All right, draft now. Am I sharing the screen? Oh, good. Never mind. I'm not sharing the screen. I look like a fool. All right, let's share. Present. Share screen. Need those tips. Thank you. There we go.
There it is. All right.
Well,
so
I'm sure there's oh shit, that's the wrong one. I'm sure there's a better way to do this.
No, it's
I don't know. I don't know how. No, I'm saying there's a better way to like. I could be better at it. How about that? Okay, so up top, we've got John Rahm at 11.5, Scotty Scheffler at 10.9, Rory McIlroy at 10.6. All right, let me ask you this, Cal. When you're thinking about these top tier guys, do you make where do you in the way we should talk about this? Where should we cut this off? Should it be after the 3 guys in the 10 range? Because number 4 is Max effing Homa, and like you talk about somebody who's I don't see how Max Homa is highly owned at 9.7. But I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, should we cut this off at 9.5? Should it be 9 and above?
It should be 10 to 9, probably.
Like the
9s are so
basically hoveling it up, right?
Exactly. I mean,
we're talking about studs. Okay, yeah, perfect.
I'm trying to think how people are going to build, and I think it's going to be Rahm or Rory and 2 9s. What does that leave you with if you do that?
Not much.
All right, so let's say you're Rory.
7-2.
Then you go. I don't think Cantlay and Hovland will be popular here. I think Xander. Xander and Zal could be popular here because Xander just feels safe, hard track guy.
Okay, that probably won't be.
So 7K left. I mean,
I tell you what, take out Xander.
No, without Xander,
and put in like a. I think people will go right to like Day.
Sure. Yep. Or yeah.
And that will be now the people left will be the polluted pool that everyone's going to be eating out of.
Look at it, like you know who's getting gobbled?
Fleetwood,
Justin Rose.
Is Matt Every playing this week? This is his tournament.
But didn't Every also go first round leader here and then miss the cut?
Yeah, but he won it back.
I know. Oh my god! Holy shit! Did you see what Webb was?
He went back to back year.
3 for Webb.
I don't think anyone's going to be going this low. I'm not going this low.
There's some good names down here, dude. I mean, if you follow golf, Cole Hammer. You ever heard of him?
Hey, he's in there, baby. Let's go.
I'm saying Webb at 6'3" is like crazy.
I don't even know who he's playing.
I'm not saying that Webb. You have to play Webb. I'm saying that Webb Simpson at $6,300 on DraftKings is kind of insane to think about.
Yeah, it is. With his, I mean, he's a former blue blood.
Yeah, I mean, he might stink now.
He's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing it. I'm just saying it's crazy to think about that. So
yeah, no, 100%.
All right, so I think that's too. It's almost too low for me.
It is too low. People aren't going to do that.
Yeah. So the question is, will people skip over the
Rahm and Rory?
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like I got this. I thought I got it right 2 weeks ago, and I got it dead ass wrong. Do people go 2 studs and start with like? I mean, dude, if you put
what's a Rahm Rory leave you with?
Jesus,
Oof.
that's
7 low sevens
has to be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'9". I mean, that's tough to do.
Yeah.
No, you're going to have to make a choice, or I kind of have a feeling people are going to. I think people are going to do double nines.
Okay, all right. I agree with you. I think that going Rahm, Rory, and then having 6'9", 7'5" left over for 4 golfers is not something the general public will even like contemplate doing.
They're going to want to be balanced. They're going to want safe.
Right, let's say the problem is that home at 9.7 is a little too expensive, but then you can be like Zal. Do you have the ownership numbers in front of you?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I see Zal at 17.
Okay, who's the highest?
He's on the bad wave. I think that actually might go down, but he's getting bet and talked up so much. So we'll call it 17.
Who's the highest of the 9K guys?
Highest 9K looks like
Zal.
Really?
Probably.
Cantlay 20. Cantlay's at 20.
Look at this. So instead of Rahm and Rory, you go Zal's Xander.
Oh,
Cantlay, and you got 7,400 left. Like that's way more palatable than 7,000 for 3 golfers versus 6,900 for 4 golfers. Like, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
And would you say their win equity is the same as a Thomas, Homa, Morikawa? Yeah,
sure.
I mean, that's really not a bad start.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so do you think it'd be? But then,
so are you on Cantlay or Victor though? Because of the $100 difference. I mean, you go Cantlay.
I mean, dude, look at this. Holy shit! Look at this lineup. This is pretty good, actually.
I know a lot of people are thinking this though.
This is what the chalky lineup is going to be.
Yes, because it looks sexy.
So who's our guy? Who like do they? I mean, the answer is Aaron Wise, or like, but do you go down a little bit and try to cut off the
Russell Henley?
No, I think you go to like Brian Harmon.
Is Harmon good here?
He's got the earliest tee time on Friday. He's sub 10%.
Holy shit, he's top 20 for me. Really?
Yeah.
Is this just our entry? Is this our entry?
That's. I mean, he makes sense. He's going to make the cut, and he's going to be low owned.
Is this a chalk bomb, or is this a great lineup? I mean,
okay, so let's try to do the total ownership, because I really think you need to be between 60 and 70% total this week. All
right, so we got Zal at 17.
Okay, and then we have Schauffele at 19. He's showing. I'm seeing 18%. Let's call it.
Xander is in my opinion, when you look at this. Sorry, I'll scroll back up to the 9Ks, but like to me, he's not in there because we already selected him. But
you think he's gonna get steamed?
He is. Does he have a good wave?
Yeah,
he has a good wave.
7:30 a.m.
He is a top 5 machine. He is
plays like Tory. Yeah.
But do you remember the Tommy boy, like when he's selling the he's like the warranty? He's like, I don't care what the warranty means.
Yeah,
he's like
shit in a box and put a
label on. In a box, but as long as he's like the warranty makes me feel safe at night. That's Xander Schauffele. Like Xander, I'm just calling this on purpose now. He is at 9.2 with a good wave, like Tory, like comps, a guy who just is in hard tournaments. He is going to get the
market has not shit. He's one of those guys who haven't shifted either. He opened up around the 20s and stayed there the whole entire time. He has not like bounced around, right? Will?
Yeah, no, he hasn't. I mean, he's come down a slight bit. He was at 25.
So the market loves him. He's
come down a little bit, but
he's going to get steamed in DFS. That is a 9,200, which is cheaper than look up. I mean, $100 cheaper than Tony Finau.
Zal, Morikawa, Thomas.
Yeah. And it's like you feel like he plays with those guys. He's got the good wave. And, he could end up being there at the end of the day. He's going to be 25+%.
He's always there.
Easily being optimal. Like
he's always there.
Easily be, yeah. He's always there.
Yeah.
I think he gets steamed way up. But like again, you get weird weather or just a bad performance. I mean, Xander is
Okay, so we're at 37. Can't lay.
he's fourth in my models. I mean, like
Pop quiz real quick. Outside of his withdrawal at the Century, when's the last missed cut for Xander?
Ooh. I just opened his webpage, but I put it in my hand, so I'm not looking. Did you call him Xander too? Good job by you.
No, Xander. Maybe I didn't. Yeah.
Xander. If you have X in your name, you got to pronounce it.
I
can't remember.
2019?
No, the Masters.
Oh,
ouch!
It's a long time ago. It's a year ago, almost.
How do you have this back-to-back wins in the summer?
But my point is he's just there, right? So he might just be like almost a free square, right? Where you just put him in and you just.
But we're not alone. I mean, he's gonna be 20% with Cantlay.
I think
Would you rather have Cantlay or Xander.
Xander's gonna be 25+%, dude. With that price, his comfort level, there's bad weather, and he's got the good draw, and he's been there. And if you look at his last 3rd at the American Express, 13th at Farmers, 10th at Waste, 33rd at Genesis. Now that's like trending the wrong way, but you're talking about all good finishes. Been putting well. The approach is fantastic, especially the last 2 weeks. This guy is going to get the living shit steamed out of him.
Okay, so it's Cantlay. Cantlay's $100 cheaper, same exact tee time.
Well, what if we do?
Zal's the only one with the bad wave draw, the weird back. I mean, to me, Zal's almost an easier fade in DFS
for sure.
He's going to be popular. I'm betting him. I don't need that much exposure to him. I mean, I think he's going to win. He's going to be in the optimal if he wins. But you don't have to put him in every lineup. Xander Cantlay is a super strong start.
But I mean, does that end up being like the super chalky start?
It does because 20%, 20. Okay, so that's 60 right there with our top three, and then we're gonna need 20%. Like I don't like to go above 80. That's not gonna happen with Fleetwood, and
Fleetwood's gonna be popular though, right? What do you have him at 10 plus? It's got to be 10 to 12 at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's
if not higher.
Fleetwood.
There's no way you can play him.
No, I don't think so either. Oh, here he goes.
I would say in between.
He's 15%. He's got a good draw, so I think he's going to get steamed up too. He's going to be closer to 17, 20.
Again, I'm telling you, I think we built the chalk lineup. I put Bo Hauser in there, sorry, not Brian Harman. This is like a super chalky lineup.
I think Harman's got a little bit of that Sepp Straka 2 weeks ago where I told y'all how cheap they were as a top 25 golfer. And
it's 7-2.
Yeah, he'll make the cut. He probably won't pot for you at all, but he'll have 4 rounds for you.
I have Brian Harman around the 7-2 range at 10%. So he would fill in the chalk. That's like the super chalk. Is there no money on the table? That lineup will be duped 3 or 4 times easily.
The lineup that we have right there?
Yes.
That
is going to be duped a lot. I really believe this week, because it's a 15-man field basically and some scrubs, you need to leave 200 on the table just off the bat.
Yeah.
Minimum. That will prevent dupes automatically.
Yeah.
You can,
Zalatoris at least like get you off of the
chart. You could take 20% off.
Who's the least owned 9,000?
The least owned 9,000 would be Thomas.
That's right down my alley, baby. That's where you start
with a bad wave, who we know is a good weather player.
Oh, baby. Tournament all day.
I bet he gets, I mean, $100 more, you get max with the good wave. $100 less, you get more Akawa with the good wave. Yeah.
But we like that, though.
Thomas will be 10, sub 10. I think so.
Okay, so obviously you can't get to Thomas if you dump Zal. But all right, so what if you did? I mean, do we think fading Xander and Cantlay is smart? That's a question.
I think you need to pick one of them because I think they're the 2 best in the 9K.
Although you could go those two again, like all right, so the lineup we just had with Zal, like 3 9Ks is be pretty. I don't. God damn it! I don't.
Okay, what if you do get lower then and do it like a Hovland, Cantlay, Xander, the bottom 3 9s? That should leave you a couple more bucks on the back end, right?
Because I do think that like is so. Ooh, you're saying Xander Cantlay Hovland?
Yeah. The reason I'm saying Cantlay and Xander is because the market trusts them. Like they have not moved.
They're good at hard courses. They have all the skills that we need.
They don't eject. They don't blow up. They don't throw up speed triples and stuff like that. Like
right, exactly. They're steady.
They get it 5s. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna make the cut.
This lineup. Now, Aaron Wise blows up. That's a problem too.
He's gonna be popular.
Okay.
He played terrible. To me, I thought he played absolutely awful last week. I knew I was gonna lose some money in DK when he made the cut. He had a 24-footer birdie to make the cut, and he did a little noise on Sunday. He burned my ass in DraftKings. That was tilting. He shouldn't have been there.
What do you think about this back end stuff? And I paid up for Hovland or Hatton there too at 8,300. But I mean, all of a sudden that top 4 with Xander, Cantlay, Hovland, and Hatton. You're talking about 2 Americans with good draws and 2 Euros who
can fucking move it. Yeah. One's on a heater and one has history for sure.
So do you like the idea of going, and I know we're sort of jumping. I'll tell you what, let's I'm going to update that entry and leave it there. I kind of like that one. Is that all right?
Sep's only played here
like 22%, and I have a feeling it's going to
22%,
and it's going to creep up. Yeah,
Jesus,
because he's 8,300 with a good draw, good history,
elite history.
So I mean,
so that's what people are going to start with. Hold on, let's see if we can do this. All right,
look, actually, maybe we can build it. We can build it with chalk and just get really weird with our.
I think the whole point is like, what does the chalk lineup look like? What about this? You got 7,300 left after that start. You feel fucking sexy with that start.
Yeah, no, that's you feel like you got your Rory T5, your Xander's live, and then,
I think Woodland's got to be chalk, right?
Maybe he's one here, right?
I mean, he's got to be. This is like his perfect course for him.
Sub 10% with a good draw.
You don't want to play Woodland with a good or bad draw.
But he's like 70.
No, he has a good draw. Woodland's on the good end.
I feel like
he's at 830. So I mean, it's
who's the chalk in the 7,200 range here. We're doing about.
I'll throw a name out there that I like. I was going to put him on my team as Hoagie.
So yeah, I like that too.
But he's going to be he'll be, I'm assuming not popular, but he'll definitely be,
it's going to be very flat after a few names.
Okay. Are they, so, but I was saying, are you saying you like Hoagie? Or you think I'm trying to find the chalkiest possible lineup?
Oh, okay.
Then you need to go Wise. You need to go Wise in there. Wise is going to be 10% in the 7-2s. Hardman's going to be 10% in the 7-2s.
I think Woodland or Keegan should be the highest in 7,000, right?
Really?
Him and Fleetwood?
I think Fleetwood is going to be extremely high end. Fleetwood.
I don't even know what. Yeah, I was thinking Fleetwood, Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan and Fleetwood are neck and neck at 16.
Yeah, and you said Woodland's like 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I would trust Fleetwood and Keegan more than Woodland. I'm still not on.
I'm saying from a pure chalk perspective.
Then
it'd be Fleetwood Bradley.
Fleetwood Bradley.
You know who's Keegan and Ricky and Keith Mitchell.
You think Ricky will get some?
I've seen. Yeah. I'm looking at our boy Gup. He's got Ricky at 13%.
Does he now?
So let's see if you go Ricky.
How much does Ricky cost?
Hatton's Ricky's 77. That's outrageous.
I've got your chalk, not 6,000.
Oh, he's 14%. What did Gup have him at?
Ricky's at around 13.
Yeah, I got him at 14%.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, roughly 14%. Woodland would work there. He
shout out to Gup. I do like his stuff.
Love Gup.
What is not to dip way too low. He hasn't been playing great, but he's definitely a top.
I'm trying to find the chalkiest possible lineup.
I think we're there in the 6s. Like I don't think people are going to go there, but if they did,
What's
It was
Taylor?
probably
What's Taylor? What's Pendrith?
Actually,
Pendrith
Pendrith
is the
is
chalkiest 6K guy. He's 6'9". I got him at around 6%. That's not even chalk, but he's
Fleetwood
gonna be
had
more.
Roy checks out.
I think if you're gonna take a 6 guy, it needs to be sub 5. But for our chalky lineup, if you were gonna throw in a 6K, it'd be Pendrith because he's got the good tee time. He's 6'9". He's projecting well.
Let's do this. I think this is the chalk, right?
He's the highest 6K guy by miles.
Yeah, Woodland at 13%.
I figured it'd be him and Ben Griffin again, probably.
I think this is the chalkiest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Woodland, dude. I think Woodland's going to. I think he's 10 plus because, not that I love that, but I think he's going to be. Because what's his history here? It's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, he's won here.
You could, I mean, if you want to make that really chalky, you could probably take. Well, I guess Xander's more chalky than Zal.
Woodland was T5 here last year. So I want to say,
Okay,
did he screw up? Did he screw up in a bunker last year in this tournament?
Yes. Oh my God, that's right. He blew. He blew it. He was going to win.
It was on the par 3. Was that 17?
He pops at 15. Yeah, Woodland's going to be chalky as hell.
Yeah, no, he's going to be. I think he's going to be.
I swear to God, he's won here. I could be wrong.
No, it's
You're thinking of day.
Yep, thinking of day. All right, Woodland's chalky. Pendrith. Look, I mean, this is a chalk lineup. This is a chalk bomb.
Yeah,
McIlroy, Sander, Hatton, Fleetwood, Woodland, Pendrith. You put that in, you think to yourself, my God, that's so good. How is that lineup losing?
Wow.
Because
it's losing because it's going to be duped 52 times.
Woodland went double. He doubled 7. He eagled 16. He doubled 17 from the bunker.
Yeah.
He bogeyed 18, which is obviously 3 shots, and he finished 2.
Scotty felt bad winning. You could tell Scotty felt bad winning.
He finished 2 bad.
Fantasy points per he's just a guy. He's 50. Pendrith is 10 points high. Averages 10 points higher than him. Like I love Gary, but I don't know why he gets talked up.
But you're not gonna. But isn't that the kind of guy you need here though? Because you're not getting.
80, I mean, I know I want someone in form or someone who's like strong and young and Woodland. I just don't get Woodland right now. Why people? I mean,
what's a winning score here? Not for the tournament, but for DK side. I mean.
Oh, I don't know.
Guys that make cuts, they're going to have like 35, 40 points, aren't they?
Yeah, if you make the cut, I mean.
Well, I mean, it's just not going to be much scoring.
Gary's ninth last week with 9.7 gained on approach. My goodness. His approach is out there.
Gary could get you 50 points.
But that's good, though. I felt like
that's really good. That's better than
most. Chalky Gary is playing into.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, like if you want to take Woodland outright,
would you rather play Wyndham Clark at 100 more?
I think Chalky Gary is a dangerous proposition.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
he has missed cuts.
So let's get rid of this chalky lineup because it's ugly. Because chalky Fleetwood.
No, it's actually beautiful.
I like the idea. I like the idea of knowing how we think that people are going to build to try and go the opposite way. For instance, I do now I disagree with the idea that people are going to go 2 9s because you can very easily get here with one of the studs and then Xander or Cantlay, pick your poison, and then you can grab a Hatton or one of those 8K guys, and then there's so much like just trustworthy material in the 7Ks like Fleetwood, Woodland, Rose, whatever it is. So agreed, we're not going to play that. I'm just saying that's the chalky lineup. Now,
many
don't clear that. Let's pivot off those plays.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
So we know. I mean, we know what they are.
Yeah, put those back in because I have a question real quick while you do that.
It takes a lot longer to put it.
They're gone.
Yeah, they're
gone. Mini curveball here. What is Chris Kirk's ownership?
Probably not that.
What's his price?
He's gonna be 11%.
Okay, because look, the guy he loves it here. He could have won it last year.
I got him right around 10%. Yeah,
man, won it last year.
Okay,
he doesn't party. He's sober now, right? So I'm not worried about him being hungover and not getting to the course late. So I'm just saying, Jeff. Yeah. So
let's play soon.
I play Top Golf.
I play actual golf. I love Top Golf too.
I'll take you to the OVCC one day.
Newman doesn't play golf.
Hey, we're busy around these.
It's not. You're fine.
But no, I was throwing that out there because I think he could be a guy where
Gup is showing Colin at 17%.
It matches. Well,
yeah, I'm showing that too.
Yes, Jeff, we can go live from Forest Creek any day. We'll fly Cal into Raleigh and go down to.
And there goes Will.
Hey.
Yes, he probably
dropped out.
he'll hop back in. But no, so what I was asking though is, what do you think? So if Kirk, let me see. So you said sub 10.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not? I mean, I don't know. Is he on your radar at all? Or are you just saying, look, there's no way he won. I don't think there.
I mean, can he make the cut? He's on the bad wave.
Oh, okay, he is bad wave. Okay.
But you're
looking at
that shouldn't be like definitive, but I have him projected higher than Ricky.
Okay.
I have him projected higher than just my own projections. I've projected higher than Corey. He's gonna probably play very conservative, which you want. He's gonna not struggle on the big par threes.
I mean, listen to this though. So 5th last year. I mean, I don't like. I like to go to course history on tracks. I think they're very difficult.
No, lately I've been a course history guy and I hate it. But yeah,
I hate it too. I mean,
it feels very important.
Yeah. So 5th last year, 8th the year prior. Took the year off.
Yeah, 5th last year.
5th. Yeah, he was right there. 5th last year. He's got an 8th, a 15th, a 13th, a 12th, a 16th. I mean, I don't know.
What's his betting odds? What's he 50?
I always go to our 70, 72. It's hard to win back to back, but I mean,
is it though?
If his in this field, if he was
not
going
to win, he's not going to win.
Yeah.
We're talking. We need T20. Like you need your winner. You need a T5, a T10, couple T20s.
But it seems like it's a good pivot off of a Fleetwood, right? Or I'd much rather have a 10% sub 10 Kirk than I would a 15 to 18% Fleetwood, right? At least in the.
Yeah, you're correct. 100%. Like I would probably pivot more to Rose, which we spoke about. Yeah. I think I kind of like Powers is showing up in my model more than I thought he would.
See where he is. Where do you have? He's got to be way. What is he?
I just think if you're gonna go in the 7Ks, you have to stay away from anything double digits.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Power. What do you have? Sub 5?
Because the way the builds. Sorry, the way the builds are going to go is when you take your top 10, a couple 9s or an 8. There's going to be this category between 7.5 and 7.2 that is just going to be polluted with Ricky Fowler's, Keegan Bradley's, Tommy Fleetwood's, and you've got to be different down there. You have to because the optimals are going to come up top for 100%. If you want to have a winning lineup, you're going to have one of these big dogs up top, and it's just picking the right one.
I mean, Power seems like a good pivot, man. I mean, he's
a really good pivot. You better have some risk reward blood in you because, yeah, he could shoot himself out of it really quickly.
I know, but he's just been so good, though, man. I mean, you're talking.
No, I got him projected extremely high, higher than Wyndham Clark, higher than right around Fleetwood is how I have him projected.
I mean, he's just
sorry,
casually.
Chrome sucks around these parts. My God, just through a desktop.
Just casually T14, T20, T15, T20, T15, or T25, T5, T3 win. I mean, you're talking if you could get. I mean, I don't know.
I think he's one of the better pivots in the 7s. Is Power Will?
Oh yeah, Seamus.
He's playing low key nice.
I was
really well.
I was going to throw him out as an outright, but then I thought he didn't pop in my model. I didn't look at his recent form.
He did okay in mine. He's right up there with above Ricky. I'm showing 10% though, which I don't like. I'm trying to stay away from double digits in the low 7s.
Yeah,
because we were talking about the builds are all going to fall back in these that kind of 7.5, 7.2 area. You know, when you put in your Rory and your 9K, your 8K, you have 3 spots with 7.4 and below. So picking those guys is going to be clutch.
I agree. I didn't. I got kicked out. Didn't hear anything for like 5 minutes. Sorry. You guys saw that, right? You saw I disappeared, right?
No, we were just talking to you the whole time, man. No, you went away.
Are we off Taylor Montgomery?
That's the question for you. Are you off? If you're off, then everybody's off.
If you're off, then I'm off.
Yeah, if you're off, I'm
not
off.
betting him, but I might.
Wait, like, did you bet him this week?
Sense here. No, I did not bet him. I did not bet him. Yeah, he burned me too many times. He killed me in DFS. Ripped out.
You don't love it. You don't love him enough, like a Scotty or Zal, where you're willing to pay the tax.
No, because he's not even there on Sunday. At least those guys are there on Sunday.
He's more a suit for a Honda field than this field, right? I mean, like he should have played last week. Did he play last week?
I was talking with my old man about building lineups, and what he looked at was Montgomery. He's like, "Who's this Montgomery kid?" I was like, "Oh, I like him. He can putt." He's like, "Man, he's made 10 of 12 cuts. He's made 4 top 10s. Just auto clicked them." So I'm seeing kind of a fish. I don't want to say that, but like seeing a square.
Did your dad win the contest that we're in every time?
Yeah, he does. He actually shipped a baseball one for quite a bit of money. He's pretty good at baseball. But golf, he just kind of like looks at the numbers and doesn't even care about the weather or anything. And he saw Montgomery's numbers. It's 10 of 14 cuts and 4 top 10s. And he sees that and it's an auto click. And looking at his percentage
now. Obviously no disrespect to your dad. That is a little like fishy.
No, he doesn't know. He even says it. He's like, I don't care. Like this is a lotto ticket to me. Like he just picks he just likes the action.
I will say too that like, I mean, if you're doing like a hand build on your phone,
and that's what he did, like right in front of me.
That's what I'm saying. But it scrolls down, it shows like, here are your picks. You're like, oh, let's look at this guy. And it's like, I mean, the 4 or 5 cuts made, 3 top 20s.
And then tell the story about like how he absolutely shot a +5 in the first 10 minutes at Torrey or something,
or that it was all putting luck or whatever. But I mean, it's easy if you're on your phone to be like, oh, okay, I got to fill this lineup out. I'm just gonna do that. So that's
what we're trying to avoid with these chalk lineups. Right. Those Joes who are going to press the same names and have it all duped out and pivot off those guys.
Taylor Montgomery checking at like 6.6%. Nothing crazy. Seamus, all right. So what do we? I think we've just. I love. I'll tell you this. Contrarian moves in. I feel like JT is this high. I'm really shocked by this.
What do you have for him?
Oh no, wait. JT's super low. I think starting with JT Hovland. I mean, you are immediately.
If you want to pick a big dick, a big alpha, it'd be Scotty because he's the cheapest of the 10s.
Well, no, Rory's cheaper than Scotty. Rory's a little cheaper than Scotty, but
he's going to be higher.
Not cheaper. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. So if you go Scotty,
and then
skip JT and go. What's Cam Young going to be? Cam Young's at 10-11%. That's kind of.
I don't mind that though.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
Okay, let's do that percentage. Okay, so
would you rather have Cam Young at 11% at 8,700 or Tyrell Hatton at 21%?
Cam Young.
That's a no-brainer.
Okay.
With a T2 here, the way he can cut through the wind.
Yeah.
Par 5 beast.
Putting's like maybe not a big deal. He's got a good draw, I assume, right?
No, bad draw. Bad draw, and he's still pulling in 14%. So maybe he should be avoided.
Jesus.
Yeah, 14% bad draw.
I think that, but we think that may come down some.
I think what it is like, again, you get in this spot where you start. People are grabbing one 10K guy, and then snagging a. What's Finau?
Finau's at 16% on a good draw.
What
do you think the public's going to? I mean, the public is not the public. They're aware of the weather, right? They're aware of the weather.
Oh, something's telling me he's going to win this tournament, man.
Tony?
Yes.
What is his number?
I talked about it. It's gross. Oh, I'm talking about winning this tournament. I don't know why. He's not even good here, but for some reason, I don't know if it was because I saw his Netflix or what. Something just, I don't know. He's 25 outright. I don't know what he is.
Oh, dude, Tony had a good episode.
He's just a good.
If you didn't know Tony,
Joel Damon's gonna get buzzed too because he had that he's white hot on the show.
Dude, he was bumping White Claws like right before the tea time. That was
And he kept moving. Like if you saw it, like when he started the show, it's like 110th ranked in the world golfer. Then it was like 70th. Then it was like something that like he kept moving up and up.
the funniest part was when Joel walked in and you see this alpha table of Rom, Maury, and who else was there? And Rory. Yeah, just these three kings sitting there, and there's Joel James like, hey guys, what's for lunch? Sloppy Joe.
Right.
Cool.
Let's clear this out. Let's talk. So anyway, so on the my final thought on the 9K would be Hovland and JT, and maybe even Tony a little bit, even at 16%, just because he's so routinely up to like 25 to 30%. Like that's kind of cheap for him. Well, Xander's I'd rather have Xander than. Wait, what do you see? You see, I'd rather have Xander at. Oh, Xander's going to get steamed, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be over 20.
Yeah, he's going to be 25
with a good draw.
I think he's just a free square, right? I mean, like he's not good.
Let's talk about the draw. Like on a lineup build, I was thinking 4-2 PM AM, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe 3-3. So we take our three top guys, maybe in the bad draw.
Bad draw, yeah, because you think you trust him to get through.
Exactly. So that'd be Scotty, Thomas, Zal, Hav, M, which we haven't mentioned. Maybe start there, and then your three weaker picks will have the good draw with the lower percentage. And we got to try to hit that 80 mark or 70 mark tops. What do you think?
So if you're going to do a 3-3, let's say you do a 3-3 split, are you thinking in the big tournaments or
anywhere? Anywhere.
Okay, so you don't care.
No, I don't care. Like I just want to be unique. I don't want to be duped, and I want to be in my comfort range of 60 to 80% total ownership.
So if that's what you're going to do, I think two of those three in the morning or in the bad tee time need to be your elites. I don't think you would go 1 out of 3 or 0, right? I mean, you definitely want to go at least 2, if not all 3.
Scotty's 10 to 1 to win this thing in a bad wave, and he's the cheapest out of the 10Ks. Like that's a starting point. Correct?
I would love to start a team with Scotty. So what if you do this? So let's
what if you did Scotty?
I'll always start a team with Scotty.
Scotty and JT. And what do we have? Then we can go good.
What is a Scotty? I know because we talked about it earlier.
We're at 20. We'll call it 25%.
What's Burns?
Scotty and JT. Total ownership.
What's Burns' ownership?
Burns is going to be low. He's 10%. Bad draw.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying he's not. He's a little bit cheaper, so he's probably not he's not elite, but he's right there.
He's 8,100. He's a salary saver. He's 10%, but it's the bad draw and it's the bad form and it's Burns. Like he could spike or he could he could flame
So all right, Scotty. We're not building a ladder. Let's get through these numbers. All right, so I like Hovland.
I like Hovland too. I bet him. Bad wave.
Hovland, Sal, and Thomas in the 9Ks in terms of ownership and how you can sort of get differential.
Okay.
And then Scotty too.
Thomas and Hovland, the cheapest 9Ks, bad waves. They will not be on. Not many people are going to have a lineup with those two people on the bad waves in 9K.
And then Zal. Could you go? All right, that's what you're saying. Could we go Zal, Thomas, and Hovland?
And then you're putting 3 good or 3 7,000.
I kind of like that build.
Okay, so that's.
But you just got to trust these 3 guys to get through that wave.
Okay, so that's going to be 30%, and then that's 40% right there. Let's call 80 our ceiling. So we need 40% 3 guys with 7,300 left.
That's not easy.
That's not easy, but that's where we're at. So once again, I'll go to Brian Harmon. That's 10%. I'm projecting him high. He has the earliest tee time available for Friday. Like the most ideal weather wave advantage is Harmon.
How much? What's our okay? So we go Harmon
7,200.
Okay,
That's going to give us a lot of little wiggle room. We're gonna bump up on our average. So it's 74. We could even spend all our money if we stay at 80. 74 would be
Power
is a look. Power is a look.
Power's got the bad draw though, right?
He does. We should probably get good draws on the back end.
I'd be willing to trust Seamus to get through.
But you could go.
I understand we're negating the. What about Hoagie?
I think Hoagie's got bad draw too.
Man, I'll tell you what though, Power and Hoagie, like two dudes, like I'm not saying they're guaranteed.
The way they strike the ball though, the wind, like they can cut the wind.
But we're also not talking about them shooting a 4 or 5 under the first day and shooting a 3 or 4 under the second day. And they're
dude,
I love Hoagie.
What if you funnel all bad draws? And it's like the weather shifts completely, and or these guys just go and go low as hell on Thursday,
right?
And then
battle
through and be because again, it's not like you have to get to like 12 under.
Okay, if we do bad draws only, we can go above 80%. We don't have to keep it
for sure. So like, let's go Hoagie,
or if you go 4-2 or 5-1.
What about this lineup? I mean, my God.
And we have money on the table. We will not be.
Don't love this fucking lineup.
Wait, is that a 5? That's a 5-1 split, right?
A what?
No, that's a 05, 06.
Wait, Harmon has bad draw too.
Yeah, we went all.
Harmon's a good draw. Harmon's a good draw.
So 1-5.
Yeah.
And look, you're talking about
that's a play.
Elite ball strikers who find if they're finding the fairways and like if JT, Zal, Hovland, Hoagie, and Power are hitting their irons, on Thursday morning, they are going to get low enough where more than likely with their ball striking, they will not I mean. Now,
no, you're right. Because Hoagie's going out there at 7:55 a.m. on Friday. If he gets to 5 under, 4 under,
he's not missing the cut. It just maintains. I mean, let's put this in.
Come on tomorrow, Hoagie.
And then he's going to play early on Saturday, which is a lower score.
Want.
Yes, exactly. Oh, I kind of like that.
You almost you don't really. I mean, it's like you said, it's tough to know. But like if you're just reading the weather right now, you kind of don't. You don't want the leaders going into the weekend right now. If you could play it perfect, you want to be teeing off about like 9 a.m. on Saturday.
What's your take on Power? Because that's the only name that's sticking out. That's like
I love guys.
Fantasy points per game. Like he's leading. He's second place. And
Seamus, dude, I love Seamus.
I love him. I like him
because
where's he from?
He's strong. He's bound to get the friction on. I mean, like he'll go low. He'll go low.
Where's he from?
Ireland.
He's Ireland. Now he can fuck up a putt. I mean, he can fuck up a putt, dude. A short putt. He is not afraid to do it.
Is it windy in Ireland?
I believe so.
Yeah, windy, rainy. But I think he went to school in he went to East Tennessee State. So
that's not really. I mean,
I'm just saying.
I'm not knocking the information. I'm just saying I'm not sure it matters.
Yeah.
I kind of think Harmon's like the scariest, the guy I'm most worried about here.
Yeah, but I think it's like the set play a couple weeks ago where like he's
got a great draw. He's got good course history, right?
It's a that I'm not sure of.
I believe so. I got it projected like higher than.
No, it's not.
I got him projected higher than Hoagie.
What I'm looking at 5 missed cuts, 2 top 20s, and a 54th.
What's his recent?
No, he hasn't played the last 2 years, and he missed the 2 cuts.
No,
that.
Of late.
Oh, a miscut, 42nd. He's not playing well at all.
Okay,
but he's also like a West Coast guy.
But that's more reason we play him.
I mean, he's not a West Coast guy. He's a
dog.
He's a dog. Yeah.
And that's more reason to play him, right? Motivation from Kirk. It's motivation from Kirk, right? Like we need another dog in our lineup.
He's scoring like Zal and DK.
I mean, prior to the break, when they went on the West Coast swing, he had two top 10. 2 top 2s. He finished second. And a third.
Okay, This is a good lineup. This is a hot lineup.
Yeah. All right.
I'd like to see his Bermuda stats because I know he can roll the heck out of it.
He is plus 0.319 or 320 on Bermuda.
It's his best. It's his best.
It's easily his best. Yeah,
Yeah,
easily.
yeah. That's what I figured.
Do you have Bermuda stats in front of you?
I mean,
Maury and Homa. Who's better on Bermuda?
Oh no, I'm looking at. I'm just looking
Okay.
at Harmon. Sorry.
I'm because I think those two are so similar on because the same tee times, same price range.
How much is Burns on DFS?
That's what I was saying earlier.
Cheap.
You say
8,100, dude. Nobody's playing that, dude. That's kind of expensive, right?
Yeah, with
really.
his play,
For his form, that's really expensive.
with his play and his draw.
Seeing like, is he a bad draw? Seeing 10%. It's kind of expensive.
Yeah, but is his form that bad though?
The draw, everyone, it's not easy.
Okay. All right, hold on. We're entering this. I'm not letting this lineup go.
So that's a 5-1
split. I like it. I want to dupe it.
Yeah. I'm going to dupe it in one of my contests. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Lobby. I want to see if that thing's still open because I wanted to toss one in. There we go. I should probably stop entering these on my account.
Hit that golf tab.
Forgetting to like bill y'all. Don't worry, when we win on, I'm sure you'll remind me. So
if we can get in touch with you.
Fuck off.
Oh, you can enter that. You could have entered that with your crowns. Oh man.
You would go crowns? No, then I'm giving you my crowns. You guys should both Venmo me. Let's do 3 lineups. You guys Venmo me $20.
You got gifted some crowns too, by the way.
I count. You're free. Fuck hell. Newman, you give me a good Christmas present. You're both free. Fine. I'll do one more. That's it before I do that.
All right.
Let me reserve that one. I just don't want it to fill up before reserve. And then we'll do one more. So we got
let's do one more with a
I got one I want to peek at. Hold on. I had an idea and I don't want to lose it. Give me 1 second.
Are you thinking about flipping it to 3-3 big dog?
No. I'm thinking about doing this where we go down here and start low.
Oh, a low build. I like low builds.
I love a low build.
What about Molinari?
Hold on. Just let me get
I mean, just so
I thought he joined Live. Is he still PGA?
He's playing. I mean, he won this tournament, but sometimes guys can just like come out of nowhere.
What's Lowry doing? No, did y'all watch any of last week?
He's been trash, I think.
Lowry gets out around these parts, man. These suits Irish guys.
Can we just build an Irish or a Honda build like Lowry, Curry,
a Euro build?
Yeah, that's going to be popular.
What if you could also live like this where no one is going to live. Like, I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. Like that's 6 very, very good golfers who could get hot at any moment and get through the cut.
I would like to stay. I'm gonna completely fade Jason Day.
That's fine.
I just think he's too popular, man, and he has a bad draw.
What about Hatton? Hatton has a good draw.
And
I actually wouldn't mind him even what draw he has.
Hatton will be top 5.
He's good chalk. Like this guy dominates. He loves it here.
He's good chalk.
He's cheap too.
What if we get rid of? Do you want to do the all Euro build?
I feel like that's gonna be popular. You know, I got my build. I'll text y'all my specialty.
Well, no. We'll do the. I mean,
Cal knows. He's the one that gave the nickname to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not doing that one.
I'm doing that one.
I think Tom Kim is a really good DFS play.
I think you're right.
He's 10%, maybe sub 8,400 with a good draw.
I think you're
Newman touched on it. I think it was back at Torrey where you don't have to hit it a mile, but like get it on the fairway with a long iron. I'm not a Tom Kim guy, but I am gonna play a lot of Tom Kim in DFS.
I think his game suits better on. I'm not looking at stats. He seems like more of a Bermuda guy, anyways. So
I think he's the
game. This lineup feels like it's like I don't know why I like it, but I do.
It is, and we have 200 on the table, which I think is the sweet spot. I think
you
need 200 on the table
with this per se, but I mean,
the only thing that makes me nervous about that is probably Lowry because
bad draw or good draw.
just him in general. But let me what
Dude, he's played well. Actually, I will say he was a little bit of a luck box last week.
Yeah, he was. He
was like,
but
he hurt me.
A
He
lot
hurt
of
me
chip
very bad.
ins, and yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but he also putted terribly low. If I'm not mistaken,
he gained 5.1 on approach. He finished.
What did he do putting?
He finished 14th at the Genesis and 5th at the Honda. By the way, like he might just be getting hot.
He's at 10%. He's at 10%.
Lowry might be a great player. Lowry might be
No, I think he is. I got him projected higher than Thagala. I got him projected higher than.
He was so bad at waste management that people freaked out, and then he found it back at. He hadn't putted well. He hadn't gained a single stroke putting since FedEx St. Jude, since the
he putted.
Yeah, but like, what if he putts?
I mean, no, for sure. I mean, he was right there to win the tournament last week for what 3 days. I mean,
and he was there, and he was there last year too. Should have won if not for that rainstorm.
And he had so much fun last week. Like during the bear trap, like the fans were like saying thank you for coming here. Like he's probably feeling pretty good about things right now. And
he's never made a cut here. How is that possible?
What?
He's 0-4 making a cut here.
Are you serious?
How fucking weird is that?
Fit his game so like he's gonna hit the fairway and he's got long irons and he's great around the green. That's weird.
Now is
Bermuda hurt him?
Oh my! I'm sorry. All right, so 2021, he lost 5.3 strokes putting.
Jesus,
and did not get on approach. Well, just like.
Yeah, so watch that one.
That happened.
2019, he was in a weird spot. There was like a 4 tournament stretch, including the Players in the Masters, where he was just disastrous. Then he came back and, oh my God, I forgot about that. Remember, then he came back and went, this is why golf is so fucking impossible to figure out. Shane Lowry loses 9.7 strokes at WGC Mexico, 4 strokes at the API, 3.9, I'm talking about total strokes at the Players, minus 6.1 at the Masters, comes back 7 days later and finishes third at RBC Heritage, getting 10.9 strokes, then 10.1, 14.1, 5.9, and then wins the fucking the fucking Open. Like this guy is like in a total slump of his life, and just like out of nowhere something changes and he rips it off. It's impossible.
That's kind of what you want.
But I like to hear that. If you're talking about ripping tournaments off, what you were saying,
he's a streaky.
This is perfect. This is like a Burns lineup. One of those guys who could just pop off and microwave, get hot.
If you get this 6-6 through, I mean, I don't know.
You were live as shit. I don't know if you're going to give it.
The ownership is going to be like it's like 45%.
You're going to be You're going to be right.
I guess with Sander, you're probably
to ship like a big. Huge field, 60%, 50%. This is it.
It's not crazy. I mean, it like this is the other thing about DFS too.
Who wins it? Who wins it in this lineup?
Hatton or Xander, easily, or Lowry. Lowry's a major champion.
So you got a winner, a top 5,
Burns has how many
wins?
There are. I don't know.
The Gala's your wild card.
I don't know that there are. I don't think the Gala or Tom Kim are winning it. I think the other 4 guys in there are probably not winning. Or no, like I don't like. Do you have to have the winner to ship the big tournament? Obviously,
I don't. If you have the straight flush, I don't think so. Because
if you went 6-6 in the top 10 with this, you would win the tournament. Because the percentages would be so low.
Yes. And then you're gonna, if they're up there, they're gonna get the birdie streaks.
But
Burns and Thagala are gonna get the eagles.
But we're talking about a tournament with it's not like Bryson was an outlier.
Yes,
12 and 13 unders not winning this. Like, I mean, what you can see like 5 or 6 under win this easily, right?
Depending on
100%, especially with the weather. Yeah,
if there's bad weather, 4 under could win this, which means
it kind of neuters the whole entire field.
Everyone loses
live.
Right. Everyone, the guys who make this, you said this about Zal too earlier, Cal or Zal Calhoun. Zal. I need some more gummy. Anyway, if you could see the you need someone who can grind on a hard course.
To me, that personifies Homa.
Mm.
Grinding hard courses is like Homa.
So would you want to dump?
And Homa has a good wave, and he's 13%. That doesn't make sense.
You can't even.
He's
It's
one of the
crazy.
hottest players in the world with a
It's
good
crazy.
wave.
You can't dump Xander for Homa. That's wild.
Yeah, that is. And you had money on the table.
I was more expensive. Yeah, we had
He
money
should
on the table.
be. He's better.
But we could come down to get like Keegan or Scott or Rose or Fleetwood, Hadwin, Wyndham. Oh, Seamus.
Okay, you know who doesn't fit in this is it's probably Kim and his price tag. Because if Hatton's a better player at $100 cheaper, then Kim probably doesn't belong.
Yeah. So let's do that. And how about this?
And Burns is actually like probably doesn't belong either because of his wave, his recent.
Yeah, but like they do. His price tag's too high, but like he might
pop.
He might be 2% by the time he's done. Like who's gonna click?
Burns is in my stable.
Of course, he's our guy, but who's gonna click Sam Burns in a bad wave at 8,100? Nobody.
Yeah, you're paying tax on him.
Like, yeah.
I mean, like he might be. I mean, if you try to tell me that he's
sub 10%, and he stays sub 10%.
He's sub 5%.
And he can T5 this thing like no fucking problem.
I would be willing to bet that Sam Burns closes sub 5% because he's $8,100.
Yeah.
You can get Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, Cameron Young, like I mean
Kim.
Yeah,
Day,
Tom Kim,
Day for $400 more. Yeah.
Right. Like
Spieth.
Burns is in that wheelhouse spot where it could work, but at the same time, it's like he has not been well. I mean, I think in people think he hasn't been good.
But he has been, and you have to roll the dice. Like if I'm gonna roll the dice on anyone, it's Bermuda Burns.
Yeah, we're leaving Burns in. What about Kurt? I never threw him out.
Yes.
Ooh.
History.
Then you get Thigala, or you could go. What about Decky?
I'm worried about his injuries, apparently.
Yeah, okay, so Decky is very interesting because I'm showing him at 10, and he's probably going to come in at 5. The Hideki tracker,
his price is fucking outrageous for him.
I feel like he's always dramatic when he swings, when he's hurt. You just like he says he's hurt, he comes out there and he's striping it. He looks like he's gonna.
If we're playing like a
gearing up for Masters
lineup, if we're playing a risky lineup, I don't think we need to add a risky play.
I agree with that. And his Bermuda sucks. He has a 20 here, an 18, a 56.
Do we really have 8,300 with one left? This is a hot lineup. I like this.
Jesus, he's got good. He has really good course history here.
No, Hideki, like when I saw his number, he was like 75-1.
I might bet that
it's gone now, but I think.
I mean, would you rather have? I mean, I would take the gamble of Hideki versus like Keith Mitchell, Thigala, Connors.
I would like Keith Mitchell so much with his wave.
Really?
But he's 20%.
Well, that's because he loves the area.
He's one of the best drivers like right now. Like, what do you need? You need to drive it far and accurate. That's Keith Mitchell, and he's in form, and he's hot.
He's best on Bermuda. He has a 61, 43, a top 5 here, and a top 6.
I think he has one of the best values on the slate. But you're eating.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're eating 20% is the only issue.
Well, here's the thing: is like if you go Homa, Burns, Lowry, Kirk, Hatton, and then Keith Mitchell, like we're eating 40% on Mitchell and Hatton, but then the rest of the lineup is very unique.
True.
Or is Homa chalky too? Did we stumble into a chalk lineup? Homa 17.
No, I think this is good. The win equity makes me wary because I bet Homa. I think he's going to win, but he's probably more top 5. Burns is probably more top 10.
Maybe top
Lowry's probably more top 20. Kirk's top 20. Hatton's top 5. We need one.
Well, this is a very balanced lineup.
Oh, for sure. But
also,
you're not going to find someone at 8,300 who's going to ship it.
Are we going to try and talk through these actual price ranges? This is my fault hosting that I'm like trying to build lineups in weird ways.
No, I love this. Is my favorite part. It helps.
Mine too. I just want, like, yeah, actually, this is better than I'd rather do this than talk through the price ranges.
No, me too. It helps my process.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who price hurts the most, and it's probably.
Wait, let me ask you this.
It's probably
Homer.
Burn. I think it might be
Homer or
Burns,
Burn.
man. Because like I
Homer's
like
97. I don't know
I
if
like
that's
Lowry and
sticker
Kirk
shock.
better than
What about this? Is like, ooh, this
That's
is kind of like,
200 on the table. Oh,
but it's like kind of chalky, but not really. Because you got 60% between Hatton, Mitchell, and Homa.
So who's our winner? Homer, or Hatton, right? Is our winner.
I mean, or Hideki. I mean, like, if Hideki won the tournament, it wouldn't scare me.
Oh, you threw. I didn't even know you noticed you threw Hideki in there.
Look at that. That is
we'll call Hideki
unusual lineup.
Let me see
a T10. We'll call Hideki a T10, right? Homer T5.
Here, I'm gonna make a case that there are 5 guys in this lineup that can win this tournament. One, because Hideki has won a major.
Hatton's one of the
Hatton has insane course history here. Chris Kirk
won last
week. Let me check my notes. Last week, Lowry is a major winner, and Homa's on fire.
Book it.
All right,
I book it. I love it.
I gotta make sure.
I think more realistically 4.5, right? I mean, Kurt in this field. But I mean, if he gets you a top 10,
I was just trying to make a point.
If Burns gives you a top 10, you fucking got paid.
Yeah, with that lineup,
paid in spades.
Okay, let's see. We got one more that we'll do, right? And as you might expect, we all have our own. This are hold on live. Am I winning anything? Nope. Oh, not bad. That just went up. Like, you see that? That's cool.
There you go.
I had one that said, "Oh, look at that! Possible winnings."
Did we throw Hideki in that lineup?
Yeah. No, Hideki's going to be like 3%.
I'd be careful with that, unless you're going to be up at 645.
But that's the thing. Like,
no, I'm saying if he withdraws,
everyone's going to think that with Fitz and Hideki, like playing injured.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, but I'm not going to be up at 645.
Well, I know you aren't. Okay, I'm just letting you know.
Maybe I will be. Yeah,
I was gonna make a comment.
You want to try a two alpha build?
Yes. Yeah. No. Look. This is. I don't know. We can see what the alternative is when we start building this on Hideki. But yeah. Let's. Do you want to go? Which two?
Did we ever do the Scheffler JT build?
No, but I mean, that is my whoo. That gives me.
Those are bad waves. Lowest
butterflies, baby.
Lowest owned bad waves.
Okay, so we're going Scotty and JT. Like, those are my guys. Like, yeah, that gets my heart going.
73, not great, but we can make it work.
Yeah. Well, and we also like know. I mean, is anyone going down to the 6Ks?
Then that's what I was just about to say. Let's find our 6K guys.
Let's find some turd down here that can. Oh no!
Dumpster diving.
Do not. He screwed me last week, man.
He's tough, man. He's tough. You got to be.
You have to go back to those guys.
What about Danny Willett here?
What's he done? Has he played?
I mean, this is his style course, tough, windy course. I mean,
yeah. Let me see what he's done at Arnold before. He's the worst on Bermuda. Has a 52nd here, a 31st. Ooh,
that's not a good sell.
18 and a 29. His course history is fine.
Fine, as
recent form is.
He played good last week, or good enough.
He's top 30 in both the last 2 weeks. Actually, hadn't missed a cut. He missed a cut at American Express, but this was
that's with a bunch of amateurs.
Yeah, I don't mind all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, it was the weird win too, where they cut it down. Well, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, if you like, he
especially if he's in the bad wave, I like him more. I feel like
he strikes me as
absolutely.
What's his price?
68. Let's
he's got a good wave and he's sub 2%.
I mean, I am in on Willett. Jesus, I
put in Willett. Willett go.
That's your guy.
Go. And we build up to 75.
But we could almost steal. I mean, you mentioned Molinari before.
Yeah. I mean, here's a name.
I haven't seen Molinari play. And like,
he hasn't been good.
He moved it. Remember, he moved his family during COVID. It kind of screwed up his entire. Like he was starting to play really well.
Well, you moved to Texas, yeah.
Here's a guy that's interesting that kind of I think that people were pissed off with last week. What about Alex Noren? Where's he at?
Yeah, he's a coast guy, right? Like wind and
he's just always like lingering.
Yeah, I mean he's got a couple. I mean he's got some mid cuts.
It's Montgomery completely off our radar. Should we just scratch out Montgomery?
We're not allowed to play him until at least he pops up again.
Who?
I agree.
Montgomery.
Taylor? No, we're not. Yeah, we're not.
Or in one of the like small, like if he was in Puerto Rico. By the way,
does Webb have anything here?
I am betting Akshay in Puerto Rico. I think.
Yeah.
If I was gonna play, what are we at?
Yeah,
7-6 and below with this start.
Well, I was thinking like we could find somebody.
Keegan?
Yeah, I was thinking we had like another dumpster diver you could sort of move up. But yeah,
well, Keegan's 7-6 and popular. If we want to go lower,
maybe Harmon.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be alone on Harmon.
Yeah, but we got Danny Willett, Scotty, and JT. Like,
what about Pendrith? Or what about Cole, who looked who has a good wave?
Who's Cole?
Eric Cole.
This is Hammer. I was like, surely you're not fucking suggesting
Eric Cole. Yeah, he grew up here. This is his home here his whole entire life. Like,
then we got 79 left, and you can sneak something like a.
That brings a lot of pressure, though.
I mean, he's free rolling right now. He just won $1 million.
Yeah, he is free rolling. He's gonna go through loose. Oh boy, what about this?
Sub 2%.
And that's where you throw in
85. Now it doesn't matter what you do. You can spend all your money.
The Hoagie call?
You could even go day if you really want to go day.
Just go Hatton.
You can go back to Hatton.
I mean, Hatton's a play here.
Yeah, great wave.
Great wave.
Money on the table.
History hot right now. The only knock on him is he's chalky, but all of a sudden you need Willett, Cole, and Hoagie to really get 2 or 3 through, and you can ship it.
Okay, plug him in and see if we can bump anybody up. Who are we the most iffy about? Because we can bump him up.
Hoagie. I mean, Hoagie
or Cole. It's probably Cole.
It's Cole.
Yeah, but I mean, home course is interesting.
But it's very interesting.
People would be on that.
He saves us on total ownership because he's sub 2%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Henley's fine for me. Not great. What about Straka?
He's weird here, but he's a top 30 player in the world. He's
strikes me as a good.
Good. Although he's much better on POA than Bermuda, but I guess he played well last week.
He's just here's a name, and I'll throw it out here.
Just Benny on. You want to do that to Cal?
Wait, what?
I don't like Wise.
You would have mentioned Benny on. Be like, hey, let's play Benny on.
Here's around
the water. They're cool.
Here's an incredible. You know how like on these, this is
I didn't say that.
This is a big time curveball here.
Okay,
but I believe he's good. We don't know much about him.
Okay,
I'm serious when I say this. I'm not kidding.
You are.
He's going to be on the President's Cup team next time around, in my opinion.
Okay.
Never played here. You're literally looking at him as you scroll.
Sam Ryder?
No, he's going to be on the other team.
Oh, Ryan Fox?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm just saying, like, I know this is like
the windy. No, if it does fit the win narrative.
I'm just saying, Leishman, he's Australian, but listen, though, he's a top.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's like a top 35 player in the world. Granted, that's not on the PGA Tour, right? So doesn't really matter a whole lot, but he clearly can play golf. So he's never played here. It's a huge unknown. He's probably going to be like 2% owned. I'm just saying,
I agree with you. Like,
he's your Sepp Straka filler from 2 weeks ago.
But look at what we've built with this roster. In theory, is you've got Scotty, JT, and Hoagie, 3 Americans who stripers are stripers only. Like we only stripers. We want stripers. And then you've got Willett, Fox, and Hatton.
Okay,
Fox is a big curveball.
One thing on Fox, he's on the bad wave.
Okay,
I'm looking at Patrick Rogers on a good wave, a good kind of, from what I understand, a good kind of wind player, coastal player. I mean, he's playing at 7:10 on Friday. That's prime, like early Friday, coming in at 5%. I haven't projected higher than Straka. I haven't projected higher than Ryder.
Put him in.
Yeah, Rogers top 50.
More.
I got him above Cameron Young.
Do you really? Yeah, no, he's coming up very, very good for him.
Okay. And now we all have to like sit back and like you're going to say Will Brinson has left this conversation if Ryan Fox wins this tournament. By the way, it's like,
that's not going to happen.
More than likely not, but you never know, man.
I couldn't pick Ryan Fox out of a lineup.
I mean,
he can golf. I mean,
yeah, he's a ball.
He hasn't played. This is just a different.
Never played here, and that is definitely concerning.
No, you're looking for a T30
with a bad wave.
Yeah, with a bad wave, exactly. Where it's
like
legit
bad wave, like 12:30, 1 o'clock on Friday.
Well, you can be a wind player, but it's also different if you're a wind player who's playing wind you've never seen before. And
maybe, of course, you've never stepped foot on.
Correct. So it's like, and it's, I mean, I've never played in Australia or Ireland or whatever, but like, I mean, Florida wind is different. There's coastal stuff, but like it's just you can't draw a 1-to-1 comparison. I don't think so. That's our lineup. I like it. That's our third lineup.
What do we think about Bo Hostler, just in case of Rogers? Because Rogers makes me a little anxious. I mean, what is Bo Hostler?
I have Hostler 86. Hostler Hostler better have a good draw, or else I don't trust it at all. He's better on Ben.
He does. He has a good draw.
He's played kind of.
What's the split on this lineup?
He's going to put his balls off to get anywhere close to the top 20.
Okay, because I've Rogers projected higher than him.
I don't. I mean, Bo Hostler pops up sometimes. I don't.
Rogers, yeah, I would trust Rogers more.
I like Bo Hostler, but like
now this lineup is crazy because you have like 3 dudes with legit win equity and 3 guys with top 20s. This is how you ship a tournament with 200 on the table.
Yeah, like I mean, JT, Scheffler, and Hatton can win this tournament.
I don't know the percentages, but I would wager it's less than 75% combined.
For ownership, yeah, for sure. Because nobody's playing. I like it. All right, that's our third line.
I'm in.
It's gonna be awesome when one of these lineups that I enter in dupe on the big contest wins me.
Oh gosh,
there's an NBA
wins me $100,000.
You're winning 400 NBA
studio.
Oh, look at that! NBA's moving up, baby.
Let's go.
I had a couple teams that were live. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm really close on this.
Why don't you sort it real quick so we can look at it?
We sort it.
Yeah, hit winning.
Yeah. The top one.
Holy shit! You got a receipt.
I do 20 in like the $4. Gotcha.
13 minutes.
Oh no, that's the. Oh, I don't. That's weird.
That should be minutes, right? Minutes remaining.
Yeah, I got one that's like top 250. So nothing like crazy.
Damn.
Were
they playing on?
Whoa! The 605 with 25 minutes left. Hey now. I'll take a peek at this lineup. You guys want to see this lineup? Let's see.
Yes, very much so.
Let's see who your dead horse is.
That guy's gonna stink.
Dennis
Smith. Giannis with a snowflake.
How is he a snowflake with 50?
Because he was 12.
I love NBA. I don't play
Austin
NBA.
Reeves. That's right, because all the Lakers were out. Right?
Yeah, well, and then Embiid was ruled out right before tip. So who do I have left? I got a full quarter of Brandon Ingram left. Go off, son.
What's the leader have?
What's that?
What's the leader have?
Wait,
you got 305. You need dude. You can catch that.
Nah, I don't think so. That was just
what you can get 20. Okay, add 20 more points to your score. Where
Brunson was key.
Tatum
I had Tatum in another lineup.
Dude, Brunson's been balling.
Yeah, he has. Shit,
I'm going to a fantasy Rockets camp.
I was on
next week. I am so stoked. I get to go on the court and play. It's gonna be dope.
That is kind of cool.
That's incredible.
Shout out DraftKings.
Wow. DraftKings, why don't you sponsor this podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. That team that I'm talking about that's at 7, it has Lillard too. How did I miss that?
Dame?
It has Dame and Brandon Ingram with a quarter to play. Get weird.
Any overtime chances?
Are
Yes,
you in an
I-
NBA chat?
No, I just went to my phone. No, I went to my me.
Yeah, like I didn't know you did NBA.
I love NBA. I've like
you wear a
shipped,
lot of hats.
I've shipped two NBA tournaments.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the first one was like,
I don't fuck with the NBA.
right, so
I've never had a winning season in the NBA.
It's so tough.
did I miss Dame somehow on this one? It's hard to do.
6%.
Oh yeah, look,
Like,
Ingram and Dame.
What's a
Go
good
to overtime, please. It ain't gonna ship, but it's top. Yeah, don't get nervous.
no, get some money.
Oh, the one I
man.
clicked was the 624. Yeah, that's not
Do
dead.
you look at ownership at all, or is it all just
Yeah, I watched it. I listened to Establish a Run stuff for that.
and Run the Bases does basketball? Like
Yeah. Well, so that's what I said earlier. Is
Give me
I was
that.
watching the ETR NBA show, and Run the Bases was actually in there. Like, asked a question.
Oh, I know he's sharp as hell. Like, I had to kick him out of one of my family leagues. So that dude's good stuff. I mean, Run the Bases. I didn't think he knew basketball.
Yeah, or golf.
Yeah,
He's at 24th. Fuck you. Well, I'm in like 602. He's like 24th.
Is he really? Go to his team. Go to his team.
We gonna sweat this?
Go to his lineup. Yeah.
I'm in 24th.
I mean,
I've got something live.
Run the Bases. Let's go. Oh,
look at this.
Melton let him down. And Beasley.
Oh, is he done?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maxey had a good game.
That's a good showing, man. That's a
yeah,
good showing.
Beasley at 46%. This is the problem. Is like all the Tatum play was the key.
That's a single bullet too.
Well, and good call, Giddy, man.
Look at that 5% bang. Damn.
Well, Maxey. The problem with Maxey is Embiid was rolled. It was like Embiid was rolled out at like 7:05. So after the first game's locked, but with time to go. And so like Maxey would, if like, in other words, like it could have been like 5% and Maxey ended up being, insane because everybody pivoted off of it. But then Bane was a great call. That was
Jalen Williams.
That's who Dink mentioned on the show. Damn it.
Like fantasy aside,
that dude is sharp as shit. He is.
Jalen Williams is going to be he's going to be a player for OKC. I guess he's obviously heavily owned, but he can fill it up, man.
Who's the best player on the Rockets?
They're all
they're terrible.
Porter.
I mean, it's probably Sengun or Sengun.
I'm gonna go meet him next week. I gotta know this. Is it Green or Porter?
No, Sengun.
Sengun's probably the best.
I put Brinson on Sengun months ago, and then he laughed at me, and now he's like,
"That's not true."
That's definitely true. You're like, who's this Sengun kid?
Okay, you know what? Let's get into what else we gotta do?
One and done real quick.
Oh yeah.
We actually don't have our guy in. That's on me. That's on me. I'll take that out.
I'll tell you who we went with.
Although ironically, I like showed up like early, like Monday night or something. I was like, hey,
yeah,
I like these guys.
That shocked everybody that we didn't hear from you for.
It's a weird couple of weeks for me. It's just like even my brother will be like, hey, I'm talking in a couple of weeks. I'm like, dude. The season ended. All I want to do is decompress.
No, it was a weird week for me too. The energy level was low. I got kicked while I was down in DraftKings.
Yeah, Newman's brought it up
second, third, fourth place, and outrights.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just tough. I mean, that's
motivation was low. It's back up now, so we're good.
It's also you can't be like too mad about what happens in like what happens in like the Honda because it's just you saw last year.
Yeah, that's why I entered it because I knew it was going to be a fucking shit show. Like I wanted to be a part of that, but I was on the wrong end.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk one and done.
One and done. If you have Rory, you play Rory, right?
You think so?
If you're at the bottom, you play Rory. If you're at the top, you play Rory. I think you play Rory if you have him. With his history, his market value, his DK price, his wave advantage, there's no argument against him except for sometimes he checks out and
he won't check out here either because it's elevated and it's like
No,
I think Rory knows too. I think Tiger's in Rory's ear too a little about these elevated events. Like, if you go to win an elevated event, you are
especially a Palmer. Yeah,
a Palmer. You're sticking in Liv's face too a little bit.
Exactly. You're like, this is what you do. Like, they're gonna show these highlights for the next effing decade. So
I don't hate
I
Scotty.
mean a cookie.
Okay. Are you talking? I actually do show wine.
I think I would play Scotty if I was at the top because of the wave.
Well, let me ask you a question. What you said about the Rory thing. Now, what if you're in a smaller pool? I think I was like 60 or 70, and I think 30% have already used ROM. Is that a good? Would you go there?
Yeah. Anytime you can have leverage on ROM, I think you should use it.
Yeah.
The one knock on him would be I don't think he's great on Bermuda, but ROM's the best player on the planet. Like, there's ROM or Rory to me this week. I think if you play, I heard people talking about Burns. I think that's like desperation. JT sounds a little desperate. I think you just got to keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Just good wave, elite players, Rom, Rory, Homa, and then that's about it. Seriously. Like,
yeah, it's weird. It's weird to burn these top guys at these events now, but you have to.
You have to, because you can't catch up. We made the mistake. Like, the one, I think our best play was playing Zal at Genesis. He got a T5 or T4. I think Zal is going to be the most popular one and done this week. And that would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah,
this week.
Absolutely.
I love Zal. I'm glad we are done with him. I'm glad we got our T4 and we can just not think about Zal anymore. We got it.
So I've got one. I have 3 injuries in the Mayo Cup. They're not doing a whole lot, but I've got one that's like, it's top like 3,000, and I've got Rom.
I'm playing Rom and everything. That's my Mayo Cup stuff.
Okay,
I'm playing.
Rom's down to like 70%. Like, there's leverage there. I don't think we'll see.
No, you never see leverage. But if you wait like 2 more weeks, not this week and not the players, you will have the biggest leverage if you want to play at the end of the year for the Open or for.
I don't want to play. I don't want to like a Rom at the Open. Not that he can't win it. It's just like
what, where he just won the
US Open.
Yeah.
Oh no, I meant sorry. I thought you meant like the British. No, like
no.
Yeah. The US Open's fine. I was going to Rom. I have 3 lineups: Rom, Xander, Homa. I don't mind. It's not crazy. Burns. Like, if you're like, all right, who's your guy?
You better be in bad shape. You better be in bad shape if you're playing Burns.
I'm in pretty bad shape here, buddy.
And be okay with throwing that one down the toilet.
Yeah. I want to throw one up Burns.
I wouldn't say it's throwing down the toilet, but you are shaking the dice, and
Hatton is going to
need to play.
Hatton is going to be so fucking chalky.
Can't do it. I mean, I think the people that are going to play Hatton, it's crazy because I think top of the board and bottom of the board are playing the same people. Because the top of the board wants to maintain and the bottom of the board wants to catch up. So if you're in the middle, you need to get a little unique. And I think Homa.
So you're thinking the top of the board. I'm the bottom of the board. I think if you're the bottom of the board, you're like, I don't think an elevated event is that crazy a place to take a shot on a guy like Sam Burns. I mean, this guy who's won, he's got long odds. You're going to be real alone on him, and it is a big purse. Now,
if you were T1 and one and done,
I would not. If it was first, I would not take Burns, obviously.
You would take Roy or Rom, right?
Yeah. Or Scott.
Add to your lead with a huge.
I'm probably going. I'm following your lead and going best wave. Like
best player.
Like, because it shows you on the Mayo Cup stuff, it's like 70% remaining.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, probably Rory.
Hey now. Oh, let's go. I just did a little spin over here.
If you were at the dead last in a one and done, you probably want to catch up with the same player, right?
Yes,
So
I
side
think if
note,
you're
real
in
quick.
the middle, I think if you're in the middle, you get a little frisky. Top conservative, bottom conservative. I don't. That's just. Is that wrong?
No,
Like if you're at the bottom, you need to catch up. You need the payday. It doesn't matter who hits it. And if you're at the top, you want to maintain. If you're in the middle, I think is where you need to make your move. I would play Cantlay if I had Cantlay available, which I don't. I think Cantlay. I have a good feeling about Cantlay.
okay.
What's your take on top? If you're at the top of the board, middle of the board, or bottom of the board?
Well, I guess it depends. Like, all right, so I've got one that's like middling, and I got two that are like donk, like losers. Like they don't even have a top. Oh my god, this is pathetic. They don't have a top 5. One doesn't even have a top 20. This is a loser, like a loser, lineup or loser like thing.
So what do you want to do with those duds? You want to make them better, so you pick the best player, right?
Yeah, but
do you need the skin? Do you need to be a lone wolf?
well, I'm just wondering, like, okay, so let's say let's say I'm bottom 5%, which I think
You can chalk one of those too, though. Like you can say, "Look, I'm gonna risk it. If I don't do it, just throw it away."
I'm going Sam Burns, and if Burns goes top 5, then I am.
Yeah, you're back
Gucci.
It's always like Rory Ron Burns. I mean, I guess the move. I mean, it's also really tough with these elevated events.
It is
These are
like, where's Burns going to play the rest of the year that these other guys aren't? Like, is he going to play in the Honda size? Like, is he going to play in
Valspar?
Maybe
right. Yeah. But that's where you're going to have to use him, because you don't want to use him in these elevated events. I mean, right now at least, the way he's playing.
It's crazy because in our 1K, ROM is like 60% like available, like 40% of the field has used him. It's like almost forces your hand. Like but it's his first East Coast swing, like, and it's Homa's first East Coast swing. It almost feels like Scotty is like the safest play on a bad wave.
Well, I mean, remember last year was like, can't play Scotty. He just won.
Yeah,
he just
he did. Yeah, he just
won again.
Scotty's about to do some magic if he goes waist and
oh my god, what if he goes waist? But I mean, but then again, you talk about, okay, we have a elite player in great form who happens to be
the best ball striker in the last 50 rounds.
And you're basically saying it's course history because he's won here twice.
I think Scotty's the play.
This might play Scotty 3 times to say fuck it.
I mean, he
won't be owned.
He's not going to fuck you. He's not going to burn you. He's not.
He's got 90% availability. What do you think Scotty's going to be at the one and dones?
Lower than he was at the beginning of the week because of the wave.
He has a bad wave?
I think people are going to overreact on the wave more than they should.
Okay.
Did y'all check y'all's text real quick? Look what I did while you were talking.
If I was at the top of the board, I would play Rory.
You said Xander at 87-1. What an asshole! You're such a goon.
I spun the wheel and got Xander
at 87-1. How do you get 87-1
on Xander?
I spun the wheel and got him. Roulette.
The money grab.
Yeah, the money grab. So Brenton, do you know about the money grab?
Yeah,
I got a DJ and Bryson 105-1 at the Masters, which is not.
And I have Jose. I have Jose Maria Oafable.
We're doing this for 2.5 hours. We're not helping anybody out right now. Yeah. I've got Xander this week at 87-1. Like,
I just did it while you were talking. I
understand. You said check your text. Like,
I went crazy, but y'all were talking. So,
but that doesn't help anybody. You're spinning a wheel.
We're gonna give out a free wheel spin. For a event coming up.
I like that. What like a trivia question or
no, maybe like retweets or trivia question. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I don't care.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah,
I love it. Give it a free, but like, yeah, you just be like, you retweet this post or
just say if you go retweet it, you get it put in. We do a random. I use a random number website. You just
generate.
Yeah.
Okay, so
anyways.
I think I like our lineups a lot.
I do too. The Run the Bases, our boy says, I'd stay away from Rory and Zal if you're not near the top to try to make up ground. I think that's right.
Yeah,
like,
Zal, I don't think I would touch
just cut, and that would not be like stunning.
I'm so glad we got ours out. Like he is scary, dude. He's scary. Like I would love to use him here, but he's on a bad wave, and it's to the East Coast on Bermuda, where putting is. I would take Rory if I had Rory.
Right. Or Scotty.
Sure. It's too much money, and he's too good here.
I think up top you could actually go. So I had one I was going to go Rahm at 74% left. I don't think people are going to use Scotty here.
No, they won't. They
If
won't.
that
If
waiver
it came
group-
out early, they would. I don't think they will. Because it's if you still have Scotty, then you still have probably Rory or Rahm, and those two are better options.
Yeah. And it's like you got Scotty, it's like you have less leverage. Scotty's in a bad wave. And
Thomas is not going to get played till he starts showing in form. Homa's going to be held for the U.S. Open.
Hey, how about this lineup? Let's go. Dame, why don't you fucking get hot?
Morikawa might be like a really good one and done pick if you're stuck.
I like that 79%. Yep.
And he's on the good wave. And people for some reason are off of him, and the market loves him. They haven't budged on him. So Maury should probably be thought about.
So you're 2 Morys and a Sam Burns. That's what you're saying. All right, good deal. I lost my name. That's fine.
I'm going all Scotties.
Oh, come on. I was about to do that. And you just
you still got to pick ours.
Yeah, I know.
Andy and J-Maz are fast asleep, too.
I'm calling it a night on my end.
Oh, okay. I have like 100 lineups to build. So
all right, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna out of here like
send me the lineups and the outrights and stuff.
All right, you'll get them about Friday at 5 p.m.
I know that. That's
thanks for watching the what's the show called? The Low Life.
The Low Life.
It's coming.
I can start screeching that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For Newman, for Cal, I'm Brinson. We will see you guys later.
Bye, guys. Good night.